Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
This is another one! It's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! Needs a point, and it's alive! Hanson pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
Four teams today, 2 games, 2 different levels, 2 sets of rules, and it all gets started right here live from Ron Mottl Field. This is college baseball on SmeeSports in partnership with the Tri-C Athletic Department, as today it is the 18-13 Tri-C Triceratops taking on the 18-17 Point Park Pioneers. As we send things upstairs, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Cam Ragazzo. A fun one in store, an interesting game. Of course, this game was added last minute, but as we said yesterday, when in Rome, when the weather holds up, you play baseball in March and April in Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of a weird thing, but, we're out here. It's a earlier start time than normal, but we are going to play some baseball, and that's exactly what you want to see.
Earlier than normal is definitely one way to put it, but you know what? This is JUCO baseball, and this is what it is about. Playing whenever you can and playing whoever you can. And on the opposite end today, it is a former NAIA group who made the jump up to D2 a few years ago in the Point Park Pioneers. This is their JV squad. They might not have the depth of Tri-C, but they have 17 kids, and from what we saw today, they are ready to go to war for the Pioneers.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what you want to ask out of your JV team, to still come out here and put up the best fight they can. I'm sure they want to do as much good as they possibly can, and when they're up there at bat and when they're playing defense.
These teams have played twice this year, 2 run rule wins for Tri-C. How do you go about making it 3, albeit in a 9-inning format this time?
Oh, I think you just got to keep playing your game, right? Obviously, we know Tri-C's hot. They're rolling offensively, especially coming off a big win in Game 2 last night against BW's JV. But, you try and keep that momentum going forward, especially for a couple conference opponents during the week. But, yeah, you just try and keep that offense rolling and, got to limit those free passes, especially pitching, especially the walks and hit by pitches. And you just got to try and get some quick outs.
And speaking of pitching, of course, a lot of different guys could get the nod today for Tri-C. But in the end, they go with Ethan Elbert, who has been solid as of late. What are your thoughts on that move? As, of course, in my opinion, that lines you up for Game 1 on Tuesday, Vinny Gallagher. And Game number 2, of course, goalie Keegan Gilbride getting the nod.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good. I'm excited to see how long they're going to try and let him go. I'm probably assume as long as they get him to go, I think 6 innings would be a very solid start for him, especially if he's able to, keep his pitch count low and try and probably rack up some strikeouts, as we know Mr. Albert loves to do. But obviously just trying to put himself and his team in the best position to try and come out this one with a win.
And, of course, after that, you have some good bullpen pieces, some of which did pitch yesterday, but this could be a point where we see Lincoln Briggs make an appearance, Spencer Mueller make an appearance. Guys like that come out of the bullpen, get some momentum, and that'll carry on into Tuesday, which is now a really big conference game, of course. We saw it last Sunday. Lorain County Community College, their first win streak in 3 years and their first season with double-digit wins since 2019. They play 4 games this weekend against Owens College down in Columbus to begin, and then tomorrow they're back at Forefront Field. In a hypothetical world where they at least split or do better, that's a 12-win team, 4 off their best ever performance in their website's history dating back to 2010. So how much of today is about beating Point Park, and how much of it is about simply getting ready for Lorain County Community College, who, of course, is coached by a former assistant here at Tri-C in Jake Solomon?
Well, I think that the main focus is come out of here and winning today, but I do think maybe kind of in the back of their mind that they have that, okay, we still got some conference games and weeks during the week, and obviously we're going to do our best to win that one and as well as this one on the field today, but definitely going to keep that one in the back of their mind.
And you and I both know exactly what kind of ship that Jake Solomon runs over at Lorain County. A great group to see last week, but enough focus on Tuesday where we will also be here for that one. Let's talk about our starting lineups today, starting with Tri-C. It is Jones at short, then Ross in center, Gallagher at first, Hill behind the plate, Miller at third, Yanmaz at second, Schreger in left, Bulls in right, and the DH. Nolan Ignacio gets the nod in the number 9 spot.
Yeah, definitely a good to see Mr. Ignacio coming out here and getting some playing time today, especially getting the starting nod. The young man from Ignatius. Love to see him represent.
And, of course, he was a great player for Ignatius, not just baseball-wise, but as well. You have to talk about his hockey. One of the best players in that program's history. But how do you think the top of the order has to step up today? Of course, you're without your main leadoff guy in Cohen Merritt for the foreseeable future. You just found out that Joey Lander is not coming back this season. Diddy's coming back soon, but right now it's Jacob Jones, the young buck from Reynoldsburg, having to step up in that number 1 spot.
Well, yeah, just like you said, you got to be able to step up, right? It's 2 years and you're done. So you you're all of a sudden you're thrust into it as a freshman, and you got to think, one, it's a good thing, right? You're getting playing time as a freshman. You're going to get playing time again next year as a sophomore if you choose to stay here. But it's time to step up, right? You're in the big leagues now, right? It's only JUCO, but JUCO baseball is becoming a very big thing, and it's really due in part here to a big credit here to these Triceratops, and they're really doing a phenomenal job.
Now on Point Park side, 18-17 on the year after a midweek sweep of OVCC. It is McGow out in left, Deshaun in center, Kwan at second, McCann at first, Hanley at third, Villegas at short, Lentz as the DH, Bratzel is out in right, and it is Montecco behind the plate, and then it'll be Isaiah Field-Schultz doing the pitching today. A strong lineup, of course. We do have minimal information on that group, but I'm excited to see what they can bring to the table. They are Division II guys for a reason. You have to keep that in mind. They might have the JV tag, but this is a Division II organization.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited to see kind of the fight in the really the potential upset kind of that they face against the tops today. Obviously, coming in, like you said, the JV team, but they don't want to go out there and play like a JV team. They want to go out there and try and represent Point Park the best of their ability and try and take one from the tops today.
And how do you do that against the man on the mound today in Ethan Alberts?
It's a difficult task, but I mean, you always have an option. You always have the opportunity. You got to get hits early. You got to be able to force his pitch count up. You got to be able to try and make him work in deep counts, get those free passes when they're kind of available to you, and like I said, kind of just get his pitch count up and try and get him out of the game as early as possible.
And on Tri-C side, defensively, a solid game number 2, but of course, if you saw Game Changer, they allowed 2 runs in the 7th, along with having the bases loaded from BW side. Nearly a late collapse that could have extended that game if it was different. Now, you put that in today's game, all of a sudden they score 5 in the 7th. It's a new ball game. How do you avoid something like that?
You just got to go out there and play your game. Obviously, we saw a couple of weeks ago a couple errors that kind of compounded and led to some runs. I think that was against Clark State, but you just can't let them compound, right? You're allowed to have an error or maybe 2 an inning, but once you sandwich those around a couple of hits, everything starts to get a little scary. So you just got to be able to go out there and regroup after an error and, be able to still make the routine plays. That's really all you can ask for as a coach.
And again, setting the defense today for Tri-C, it's Elbert on the mound, Hill behind the plate, Gallagher at first, Yanmaz at second, Jones at short, Miller at third, Dreger in left, Ross in center, and Jackson Bowles in right. Of course, we talk a lot about some of those guys stepping up this year, but Jackson Bowles, one of the key pieces from last year and this year, along with Brock Miller, the third baseman.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, two very bright spots for the Tops from last year, and really coming out. And again, like I said, you're thrust into that role as a freshman, and you're forced into playing time. You either shine or you drown, right? And definitely for those two stars, they have really shined in this program, and obviously it propels them into another starting spot this year, and we see why they get the nod again today.
Leading it off here for Point Park, it is going to be Brady McGow, the left fielder, as he will look to get a good start for the Bison. Again, 18-17 on the year, a really solid group, and to have your JV group above 500 along with your varsity, that says a lot about what is happening in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's a great thing to see, and I'm really excited for the start of this game.
And the first pitch of the day from Elbert hits the outer edge for strike one. Time locally 10:03 a.m. as we are ready for game number 1 of 2 today. Of course, game number 2 slated for 3 o'clock between Holy Name and Shaker Heights. McGow will poke up the middle over towards second. The throw to one is in time to Gallagher. It's 1 up, 1 down for the Tri-C defense.
Yeah, great play to start it off there. 2 pitches, you already get 1 out. Great job there from Elbert in the defense.
That put out belongs to Zaylen Yanmaz, one of the biggest gets from last season. No surprise, given Nick Kaplik's background at Medina, that he dipped his hand into the GCC cookie jar one final time as Medina is moving out of that conference. First pitch there for strike one. And speaking of Medina, did you see what they did yesterday in baseball?
I did not.
2 home runs. One was a 2-run shot. One was a 3-run shot. And an 11-1 win over Archbishop Hoban.
Whoa.
Yeah. That was my exact reaction when I saw 11-1 against a really good Hoban squad.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, we're going to talk about it later, but Shaker only lost to that Hoban team by 2. 1-1 the count here on Deshaun. And Elbert will miss low for ball 2. Entering play today, Ethan Elbert wearing number 12, 25 innings of work, a 6.48 ERA, and a 2-1 record, as this will be appearance number 7 and start number 4. So a really good sophomore campaign for the local product out of Grafton, Midview High School. And of course, Lorain County, so many great players. They have their own JUCO, but 2 of their finest from recent memory, Elbert along with Brock Miller from LaGrange, is Keystone, both here in Cuyahoga County. The 3-1 foul down the left field line. And don't forget David Moore, who also pitched for Midview back in the day, and beyond him, Mueller. I mean, you look at that staff a couple of years ago, you have Moore, Mueller, and Elbert all together. Here's the payoff pitch, and again, it is fouled off down the left field line. And of course, you and I have had a couple of tangos with that Midview team back in our playing days.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever came out on top on either of those. But
I would expect not. We'll try it again here with the full count. Payoff pitch incoming from Elberts. Same spot. So some good consistency here from Brian Deshaun, the center fielder.
If you noticed early, Point Park, no first base coach. They're going on instinct.
They do have one coach here today, and I give them a lot of credit. I think they might have 2, but still impressive. One more time the payoff pitch, as this time Elbert leaves it high for ball 4, and that'll put Deshaun on at first. With 1 down, Point Park has their first base runner of the day, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Brandon Kwan. If you're the defense right now, you have to be thinking about a double play ball.
Absolutely. You try and get the twin kill and get out of this inning. You also got to think about potentially maybe the steal attempt, so Albert's got to keep him honest at first.
And on Hill's end, he has to be ready to go behind the plates. Of course, a lot of your focus is going to be on the batter here, but at the same time, maybe the best momentum killer is simply getting a throw out at second base. It has killed so many innings in the past. We're taking his time here. Here's the 0-1 as the bunt is shown and pulled back. Pretty much every single game that we see nowadays, we do see some kind of bunt. And I think that is a big credit to the small ball game as it has grown drastically over the past couple of seasons. Especially out in Stark County, so many bunts. In the EBC, all 6 teams known for bunting, especially Alliance, as that is really their identity. And even yesterday in that 12-2 win over Crestview, we saw it plenty. And as I was telling you, 2 of how many outs was that? 12 were bunts. And good bunts at that. A chopper over towards short. Jones picks it up in the hole. His long throw to 1 is not in time. And it's a long infield single for Brandon Kwan. That was the ball they wanted, but not the place that Tri-City's defense needed it.
Yeah, it's a nice bounce ball in the infield, but just perfectly placed kind of in that 5-6 hole and a really long throw. It's a really tough play to make, and yeah, it'll just go down as a single.
So some early trouble here for Tri-City's defense as that'll bring in Brian McCann, the first baseman. 2 on, 1 down in the top of the first. And that pitch nearly hits McCann. Well, Cam, they are no longer going on instinct.
Yeah, there you go.
I think he wanted to go down there and coach first base. Did you?
I wouldn't mind it.
I think Bryce Fisher's keys turned in his ignition when we said they didn't have a first base coach. The 1-0 chopped foul.
As long as he gets paid to do it.
I know it was funny because we were talking to Coach Solomon after the Lorain County game, and he's like, "You need an extra coach next year?" I don't blame him.
Yeah.
And, of course, we saw a couple of his guys yesterday who both had solid outings for Crestwood. And I think that's going to be good for him, as he always talks about how good his guys play. And there are guys from all across Northeast Ohio that play for him. And I'm excited to see what the ending record for that team is, as it can be good or it could be on the lower side. The 1-1 runs way inside for ball 2. And now time called here as here comes Coach Kaplik. So an early mound visit here for Tri-C as they want to try and settle down Ethan Alberts. And my question is, do you try to get a guy going here?
I don't think so.
We'll see what the conversation is, as typically it's Coach Karen who comes out, not Coach Kaplik.
It looked like he was holding something in his hand that he was trying to, get out.
Couldn't really tell exactly what it was. Well, Cam, it looks like somebody is on the hill at least stretching. Which that could just kind of be procedural at this point, but at the same time, who knows?
It's the first inning. It's early. It's 10 o'clock. Some guys just want to get up and start moving around.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to get somebody at least stretching, not throwing. I don't think you throw...
No.
Unless everybody, including the batter, comes around, then that's kind of when you say, you know what, let's speed this up a little bit.
Yeah, again, you got one out here. You're one pitch away from getting out of this thing with double play ball. So you got to always keep that in the back of your mind. I don't think Coach Kaplik really going to rush to any conclusions here.
He's not a trigger-happy coach by any stretch of the imagination. And that's what makes him just such a strong hand in the dugout. Count now 2-2 here on McCann. It'll go to Handley in the on-deck circle after. Albert looking for his first punch-out of the afternoon/morning. More morning as of right now. Instead, throwback to second is right off the runner. That one is going to sting.
Yeah.
Baseball, a dangerous sport just in general. Of course, spectator, it's not really friendly to those. And I would say the same exact thing about runners. Just ask Joseph, that's what happened in Hawken last year in the playoffs.
Well, I think he would have liked that, just because.
I think he did too.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2 as it'll be left wide for ball 3. After getting the leadoff man to ground out, a walk and a long infield single for Point Park puts them on the door of loading the bases. The biggest pitch so far in this really short game. Here's the payoff pitch, and it is fouled off down the left field line. And so far, both righties that have been loving the left side have been way early.
Yeah, they've been really pulling it down the line, and if they do pull it down the line here and it stays fair, could be some trouble for Tri-C. See if Brock Miller can't get a glove on at third.
If not him, then you looking left with Nash Streeter, plenty of speed to get there. But at that point, it's too late to get the runner at first. Here's the payoff pitch as it'll be there for strike 3 looking. 2 down. The late call goes in favor of Ethan Alberts. Fetty loves it too.
Yeah.
So 2 down now in the top of the first as that'll bring in Joseph Hanley, the third baseman. This Tri-C defense looking for their 3rd out of the inning. And in the bottom of the first, it'll be Jones, Ross, and Gallagher due up for the Tops offense. And a strong offense at that. First pitch inside for a strike, and the back pick is not in time, but I like the aggression that we are seeing from Nate Hill. He has really grown in that catching role as the season has progressed.
Absolutely. You try and catch him off guard. I know, at least for us at Holy Name, a guy on the bench caught us sleeping a couple times in AJ Trebenner. We got yelled at a couple times for doing that.
I'm sure you weren't a big fan of him then. I think now more so you are.
Well, it wasn't me getting thrown out. I'm just saying.
You never did. That's the thing.
I know. Well, I was usually on set, and then the guy on first gets thrown out. I'm like, all right, well, that's just... And then there was the 3rd out.
Don't ask about your last ever competitive game.
Yeah.
That wasn't the game at Firelands, the St.
No.
V's game. The 1-1 there for strike 2. And I'm sure Joey Ragone still has words about that game. Did it get picked off both times by Crable? Or is it somebody else?
Yeah. That was...
I think both were Joey.
That was something.
Albert looking to get out of this jam in the first. Instead, it's a good ball over towards Miller, and it is into left field. They will send the lead runner home, and he will score. It's an absolute missile from Joseph Hanley, and that'll make it 1-0 Point Park. It's an RBI base knock for the third baseman.
Yeah, and that's just really unfortunate there for Brock Miller. Gets an absolute hot shot at him, hits off his glove, and, I mean, nothing really he can do. He was able to get the glove to it, just couldn't quite hold on, and then it kind of just trickles into left field, and Brock took so much sting off it that it was able to kind of die in the outfield, and Nash couldn't get to it quickly enough, even though we know his speed out there, and everybody else moves up.
And that'll put him at the corners here as there is strike 1 to Villegas, the shortstop. And the unique story with him, what we were told was he was initially going to redshirt, in the end decided not to. And now playing here for the Point Park JV squad, and in a really big spot in the first. Runner goes on the 0-1 as Villegas puts this one into left field, and it is caught by Dreger to retire the side, but not before the Bice or the Pioneers are able to get on the board first, courtesy of an RBI single from Joseph Hanley. Middle of 1 at Ron Mottl, 1-0 Point Park on top.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Well, welcome back to Ron Mottl Field. 1-0 your score as we enter the bottom of the first inning. Leading it off for Tri-C is Jacob Jones. Again, we talked about him embracing that new role. How big of a spot is this right now for Tri-C after giving up the opening run in the top of the inning?
Oh, very big. You got to try and get on here by any means necessary, whether that's hit, walk, catch interference. You got to do all you can to try and get on base here and give yourself a good opportunity to try and tie things up here in the bottom of the first.
And the task is to break down the man on the mound, and that is Isaiah Field Schultz, the starting pitcher today for Point Park. And here comes Jacob Jones. Jones, a .255 hitter so far in the year with 1 double and 5 RBIs, but his key stat is 13 stolen bags. He is one of the fastest runners on this Tri-C squad, and he will look to show that off today. But of course, as you said, the first goal is simply getting on by any means necessary. And the bunt is one way to do it, but that time he will offer, and it is a strike.
You can't be as bad as Angel Martinez yesterday. I mean, completely whiffed on 3 bunts.
Oh,
Or actually, it was 2. It was only 2. And then he swung away and still ended up striking out. But I was very upset.
and it's a quickly 0-2 count here on Jones.
And then our bullpen decided to blow it up in the 8th. Or that was the 7th.
It happens. It's still early on in the season. Here's the 0-2 as Jones will poke this one in a shallow right center, and it is down for a leadoff single. A nice response there from Jacob Jones. A rocky start to the at-bat with 2 strikes quickly put on him. But just like that, the leadoff man is on for Jameer Ross, arguably the hottest hitter in JUCO right now.
Yeah, exactly. You're not a guy you want to face, especially with runners on. And like you talked about, especially with the stolen base numbers at first, would not be too upset about him trying to take off here, although a lefty on the mound.
Jameer Ross in 13 games now, batting .531 on the year. You talk about an explosion for a guy who missed all of last year. It's exactly what Tri-C needed. It's just like they got another recruit in. But all credit to him. He stuck it out. He stayed through the thick and thin. And now we have a rundown between first and second, and that ball is wide. Jones is going to cruise to third. They could send him home. Coach Kaplik will wave him home. Tri-C looking to tie it up, and they will. Jones goes from first to home, and we are tied at 1. How about that for the Tops offense?
I mean, he threw that way far away. That was insane. I mean, he would have had him dead to rights. I mean, might have still been at second, especially with his speed, but kind of just, like you said, threw it all the way into kind of almost deep right field into the corner over there.
Narnia.
By the L screen, and, well, the rest was just Jones' speed.
And now for Jameer Ross, this becomes a simpler scenario. It's a tie game. Basically, the slate is wiped clean. But what an obscure way to tie the game up.
Yeah, it's something.
The 1-1 taken high for ball 2. Outside of the .531 average on the year, 2 doubles, 3 triples, and 3 home runs so far for Jameer Ross. And another good drive, this one right to the shortstop for out number 1. A nice snag by Villegas over at short.
Yeah, and I mean, great contact there by Ross, but unfortunately it's just right at the shortstop and nothing you can do there.
And now they'll bring up Vinny Gallagher out of Oregon Clay High School. And Cam, we talked about it earlier. What's the big deal with Oregon Clay High School right now? All 4 games of PBR Showcase, they are canceled today, including a Final Four rematch from last year between Anthony Wayne and Walsh Jesuit. Just an incredible game. Of course, we've talked about that game quite a lot, especially late in games, because that is where Walsh caught that foul ball with 1 out and the winning run tagged up from third.
Yeah.
We've broken down that play so many different times since it's happened. Gallagher on the 0-1 flies this one into foul territory, out and left, and it will just get down. McGowan nearly was able to track it down, but it'll fall in the grass, and Gallagher will have another life. But even more so after that liner, I think Jones is very grateful that he was able to come around and score the way he did.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's the perfect ball to say, hey, it's a hard liner. All of a sudden, it's caught. You have to retreat, and if that throw beats you, there's 2 down just like that. What do you think? Would that have been a double play ball?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it would have been close, but never know.
At least too close for comfort for Tri-C.
Yeah.
Count 0-2 here on Gallagher. And he will chop it foul down the right field line this time. And ladies and gentlemen, enjoy it while you have it. The sun is trying to come out for at least a little bit today. Of course, later on today, it is expected to rain quite a bit. So we'll see if we do end up playing Game 2 at all today or not. And that is why it was canceled over in Oregon this morning. Again, the 0-2 as Gallagher sends this one deep to center. And it is easily tracked down for out number 2. A few steps back, but nothing crazy for Deshaun out straight away. And that'll bring up Nate Hill, the starting catcher. Hill, of course, a big Toledo transfer into this Tri-C squad. A .333 average on the year, 9 doubles, 1 triple, and 4 home runs. And he has been that guy behind the plate in the wake of Brendan Huzuda, who graduated last year from Tri-C. First pitch to Hill, right on Broadway.
Yeah, especially comes at a big time, especially when Ziti gets injured. You need somebody else to step up behind the plate, and Hill has been their guy.
And, of course, Bryson Britton has also stepped up when called upon. Hill chopped a foul down the right field line, now 0-2. And, of course, getting Pat Farrell back is going to be priority number 1 for Tri-C come playoff time.
Absolutely.
You get him back in there, that's a dynamic player that can play either out in the outfield or somewhere in the infield. He can really play anywhere. Schultz is 0-2. Hill, a good drive just over the second baseman and down in right center for a 2-out base knock. And he continues to hit the ball quite well. Second hit of the inning for Tri-C, and both are pretty much in that same exact spot.
Yeah. Both kind of just dropping out there in front of the outfielders, but just not enough under it to warrant the infielders to try and go out and get it.
And now that'll bring on Brock Miller, the third baseman. A .267 average on the year for the University of Indianapolis commit. Of course, a lot of commits already on this Tri-C roster. Last week we saw Jackson Bulls commit to Ashland. More are coming, though.
Absolutely.
And I think we'll have a couple of D1 guys be announced very soon. First pitch missing for ball 1. If the inning were to continue after Miller, would turn to Zaylen Yanmas. And again, Yanmas has been really, really good this year for Tri-C. Really out of nowhere. Miller gets well underneath it, skying this one foul. And out of play it goes. But of course, your brother did get the chance to play with Zaylen back in the day.
He did, yeah. So, definitely a couple years ago.
Many moons ago.
Yeah, there you go.
But I'm really impressed with how he has played. I'm not too surprised, but at the same time, that middle infield, it was so competitive. He broke in. Same with Bortnick when he was healthy. And both guys did a great job when in the lineup. The 1-1 easily there for strike 2, and Hill, no contest down at second.
Yeah.
And easy stolen base for the catcher. That'll be stolen bag number 11 this year for Nate Hill. And again, here comes the sun. I'm really surprised that we're seeing it at all. But we'll take it for now. Schultz looking to end the inning, but Miller will extend it as that one is fouled off. Looking ahead to the top of the second inning, it is Lance Brezel and Montico due up 7, 8, and 9. Again, Point Park only 17 active players today. So not too much room for substitutions, especially as this game will run long. That is Tri-C's competitive advantage as of right now. And an easy decision there on the mound just to kind of step off.
Yeah.
Count sits at 1-2 on Brock Miller. Runner at second, 2 down. And Miller, a chopper over towards short, picked up on the run. The throw to 1 is picked in time, and the side is retired. Another nice play from Villegas over at short, gets the Pioneers out of the first inning. But not before Tri-C ties it up, courtesy of, how do we want to put this?
An errant pickoff throw that Jacob Jones decided to take to the bank.
A 3-base throwing error ties it up for Tri-C in the bottom of the first. Through 1 in Parma, honors even at 1.
Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Tie ball game through one at Ron Mottl Field in Parma Heights, Ohio, as you are watching college baseball here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Cam Ragazzo. One typical run scored for Point Park. One very, very obscure run scored for Tri-C.
Yeah, the three-base error, but the Tops will take it, and they're on the board in the first. Each team with 2 hits, although Point Park with the 1 error. And a great start to the inning for Ethan Albert.
And for Albert, getting that first strike is huge. Last inning, you look at what he did. He did allow a pair of base knocks along with that walk. Nearly had the bases loaded in front of him, which could have been a really big deal at the time, but he's responding quite nicely here. Quickly up 0-2. It's Lenz, Brazel, and Montico, 7, 8, and 9 this inning for the Pioneers. But impressed to see how well they have started this game on the road, traveling in after a really long day yesterday with the varsity squad.
Yeah.
The 0-2 just off the plate. And their varsity team back in action this afternoon as well, barring any more weather concerns. I'll tell you what, something's coming in. We know that at least. Albert's 1-2, a drive foul down the right field line, hugging that line. Most times you'd say if that ball was fair, it would have been a good one, but Gallagher right there.
Yeah.
And he is just such a great defensive first baseman along with his bat. He is going to do great things wherever he goes next. That is really a no doubt. Just like that one, it's strike 3 looking, 1 up, 1 down. Strikeout number 2 today for Ethan Alberts. And now that'll bring in Brazel. But for Albert, getting that first punch out is huge. You go back to last inning, he did get that first out, but this is where the issue started to kind of come in. Albert right back to work, forces a pop-up, and it is going to be just out of the glove of Gallagher. But a great attempt to try and track that one down.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's going away from you and just can't get quite to it.
And, of course, he is very critical of himself, and I'm sure you could kind of tell just the way that he kind of slapped that glove there. But that's not a gimme play.
No.
But, of course, these top athletes, they know, hey, even if it's not a routine play, I should have that one. And that's really accountability that you don't see anywhere else. And I think a big difference between JUCO and these 3-year or 4-year institutions, depending, of course, on your grades, as you can be done in 3 years, you can be done in 5, depending on what you want to do. It's the insecurity of, hey, in 2 years, you have to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss there. 2 up, 2 down, 2 punchies for Ethan Alberts. We saw it last time from Keegan Gilbride. Can Ethan Albert now strike out the side?
Yeah, definitely a better start and continuation this time here in inning number 2. Looking to see if it can't get even better for the Tops.
And from what we've seen with this Tri-C team in the past, when you get that 1-2-3 inning, the offense, they are ready to go in the bottom of that inning. They are always on fire, always firing on all cylinders right away. And for them, it'll be Yanmaz, Dreger, and Bowles. So it's power, speed, and, oh, by the way, even more power. Grounder on a hop over towards Gallagher, and he says, thank you very much. The side is retired. Again, that is why he is one of the best defensive first basemen in the game as Tri-C puts down Point Park in order. Middle of 2 at Ron Mottl. 1-1 your score. It's Zalen Yanmaz up to bat when we return.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Zalen Yanmaz steps in to lead things off here for Tri-C in the bottom of the second inning. 6, 7, and 8, 2 up for the Tops. 1-1 your score here on SmeeSports. What a strong top of the second inning for that Tri-C defense. 1, 2, 3, 2 punch outs for Ethan Albert. The defense, after allowing 1 run in the first, going back to their best, gets deep in their bag, and gets out of it. No questions asked.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see. Now you need your offense to keep rolling, and
hello, Zalen Yanmaz.
Yeah.
A drive up the middle and a skip to my Lou on the mound from Schultz. It's a leadoff base knock for Yanmaz. Exactly what the doctor ordered. And as we say, typically whenever you see that 1, 2, 3 inning for Tri-C's defense, it's the calm before the storm. And of course, that storm is the offense of this Tri-C team. And now here comes Nash Dreger, the left fielder, stepping in. A chance for him to move along Mr. Yanmaz or potentially do even more damage than that. Throwback, it's going to be close, but not in time. And I think that kind of hesitation really makes it clear that he is going to throw back.
Yeah.
But Zalen's still getting a very favorable lead over at first. And he will go. Pitch is in the dirt. The throw is high and not in time. Yanmaz, though, comes off the bag. And did they get him on the return? They will say yes, he is out. 1 down. All right, Cam, let's roll it back. Is that a stolen base, technically?
He was in there, and then he, slid off, and then he called him safe, but then he called him out.
No, he called him safe on the initial and out here. Yeah, they got him. They got him. I think he did come off on the end. I think what they did signal again was, hey,
he
initially safe and then they got him.
Yeah, he slid off the base.
And that one's a low strike. But really an unfortunate break there for Tri-C. So again, is it a stolen base technically? Because initially he was safe.
No.
And now, of course, this does change the approach for Dreger. This is simply about getting a runner back on the base as opposed to moving along Yanmaz, who, no surprise that he went, but still, that's a key loss.
Yeah.
And especially there with a pass ball.
Yeah.
In any other world, that would be runner at third, nobody out. In the on-deck circle after Dreger, it does turn to Jackson Bowles. And again, what I like about this Tri-C lineup, it is not top-heavy. You have guys who could be hitting 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom, and they come in and they really make it a tough task to shut down the offense in its entirety. Count now full 3-2 on Dreger. So far on the year, the freshman from Canada batting .278 with 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 5 home runs, along with 19 RBIs. Schultz back to work for the payoff pitch, and Dreger fouls it off. If Tri-C does not get on the board this inning, you can see the play where it went downhill.
Yeah.
And that is just unfortunate for them, as this is usually a team who runs the bases quite well. Again, the payoff pitch, Dreger, a hit over towards second. It's a rocket knockdown, and they will make the play for out number 2. And you can just feel the energy just go away completely after Yanmaz came off the bag.
Yeah.
So 2 down now for Jackson Bowles as the bases are clear for the sophomore. But of course, he is a one-man wrecking machine in his own right. And after him, it turns to Nolan Ignacio. So far in the year, 0 for 2, looking for his first career Tri-C hit in the regular season. First pitch to Bowles. Ooh, a strike. Kind of thought that one skipped in. But a lot of those lower strikes have been called today to their credit. And I think that's where he will attack here again. And he will, as Bowles this time takes it out into right field. And it is down for a 2-out base knock. An excellent piece of hitting there from Jackson Bowles. Turned on it quite nicely.
Yeah, just a great piece of hitting. I think all of their hits have gone out there. Or at least in
That's
that
the
area.
deepest.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yes, you're absolutely right. Everything has been off towards the right side. And here comes Nolan Ignacio, the freshman from St. Ignatius High School. Gets the nod today in the starting lineup. He could have had a hit yesterday, did he? He did. So he had his first career yesterday, as the stats were not updated before that game. So looking to keep it going here. And he nearly was told he had to wait. I mean, the base running for Tri-C in this inning, shaky.
Yeah.
Yanmaz almost got picked off at first, then got caught out at second, and JB they're almost out at first. And again, they're going to throw back. It's not a secret he's throwing back.
No.
It just comes down to a cadence thing. He goes up there, he takes his time to get set, and when he leans, you got to make your beeline back.
Yeah.
And now he will work on Ignacio as he will take ball 1. But it's the little things, especially in a 9-inning game. It is going to be a long day at the ballpark if the base running is not on point for Tri-C, or for Point Park for that matter. Runner goes here, pitch is up and out. The throw down is well high. His hat is gone, and so is the ball. It is into center field, and JB goes corner to corner. Go ahead run now at third for the Tops. And this is where you have to manufacture a run.
Yeah. You absolutely need it now. And tough thing to do with 2 outs, but
Possible.
yeah.
If there was a team to do it with a runner to do it, speed-wise, it's not JB, but knowledge-wise, it might be Jackson.
Yeah.
He is just one of the smartest baseball players on this roster. I'd say he and Vinny Gallagher, baseball IQ-wise, 2 of the smartest. Ignacio drills that one foul. Any other guys stand out to you baseball IQ-wise? I feel like those 2 are just students of the game in general.
Yeah, like he said, Cohen. He's not playing, but, I mean.
Fair, as well as there is a swing and a miss from Ignacio outside. And still unfortunate how he got hurt with that home run.
Yeah. Really hoping for him back this year. In the same sense, you can't really rush him back because then it could be even worse of an injury.
Exactly, as that ball is to the backstop, and JB will score from third. Tri-C gets their lead back. And their first of the day. Both runs coming in on throwing errors.
Yeah, still no RBIs. But I'll take a 2-1 lead.
This is starting to look very similar to one of Alliance's games, the one against Massillon. All 4 runs scored on pass balls. And they won that game, too. Full count here on Ignacio as he will drive it foul off towards the left side. And, whoa, the coach has it.
Wow.
Don't know if that's a player not in uniform or a coach, but either way, good handles from the dugout. Put him in. I've seen it enough. Schultz will try it again here. The payoff pitch as it is going to miss for ball 4, and Ignacio will walk. Back to the top of the order we go now with Jacob Jones, who singled his first time up. And going back to Yenmaz again, I feel like that is a weight lifted off his shoulders, knowing that either way they still scored.
Yeah, that is true. But trying to do even more damage here as they, like you said, turn it back over to the top.
But so far, Tri-C 1 run in each half inning they have hit in. And speaking of hit, Jones nearly gets hit on the shoulder. Now, if Bryce was here, that is one that he would be yelling where it's. But I think that's the right call. You get out of the way, especially with the injury bug going around.
Yeah.
No need to test fate. And now time called. And of course, if you're Jacob Jones or really any batter, the best way to call time is to make sure that the pitcher is set and thinking about striding. You call time and you at least get that stride, if not the throw.
Yeah.
It's a wasted pitch or a wasted set. Runner goes on the 1-0. The pitch is high, and Ignacio is easily in at second. A nice little pop slide there.
Yeah. Puts himself in scoring position, and all of a sudden, a single's going to score you another run here.
And I think that, again, if you're Zaylen Yenmaz, trying to put away that base running is huge. Ignacio's going to go again, swing and a miss, and he is easily in at third. He is zooming along the bases.
Yeah.
Now they want him to steal home. Easier said than done. Did you ever steal home in your day?
I don't think I did.
Pass ball, I'm sure you can.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. I mean, I could do that in my day.
Uh,
That says something. I did plenty of times, thank you. I also ruined opportunities.
yeah.
Count even 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jones with a runner at third. And now the count is full as that one misses up and in. In the on-deck circle, it is Jameer Ross. And I think in an ideal world for Tri-C, bring him up, and his goal will be to try and drive in both runs. Payoff pitch. It's Jones getting well underneath it. A skyer off towards left field, and it is going to get down. And Jones made it all the way to second base and now realizes he has to come back.
Still doesn't realize.
And there
Now
it is.
he knows. Yeah, there he goes.
I think he thought he had the biggest bloop double of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen an infield home run in the past. Going back to my rec ball days, we had a bunt home run. The catcher didn't realize the ball was in play, and nobody decided to tell him.
Oh, that's...
The ball sat in front of him the whole time. The runner came around and scored. I was in the on-deck circle, so my job became very easy.
That does seem like a rec ball play.
I mean, it was incredible. But just the bunt home run, it never sat right with me. Again, the payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and the side is retired. Punch out number 1 today for Schultz gets the job done in the bottom of the second inning, but again, the throwing woes hurt Point Park as Tri-C is able to take a 2-1 lead into the third inning at Ron Mottl.
Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field, and at least for today, the SmeeSports Weather Service booth. As Cam, we do have an update. According to First Alert 19, the rain now slated for 12:30, and as I like to say, always paying homage to the late, great Dick Goddard, this is where you have to put on the reporting shoes and kind of be a weather anchor at the same time as a play-by-play or color commentator.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on it and see if Tri-C can't get at least this game in. I don't know about the availability of the field for later for Holy Name's game.
Coach Masetta might let them go swimming. Who knows? That game scheduled right now for 3 p.m. It is Holy Name and Shaker Heights. Albert's 0-2, a chopper, and it is through into right field for a leadoff base knock. But I still do like that Gallagher setup, expecting to receive the ball at first.
Yeah.
But McGowan now 1 for 2 on the afternoon. That's the dream start for Point Park, as that is the first inning today that they do get their leadoff man on. And hit number 3. Both teams have hit the ball quite well. 7 combined hits. And now that'll bring up Brian Deshawn, the center fielder who walked his first time up. But of course, Tri-C hanging on to that 1-run lead. It is a very, very tight game right now. And again, the last time that these two teams played, it was a run roll win for the Tops. Then again, you had Diddy at that time. You had Coe. You had Joey. Bortnick, too. A lot of guys who are injured today were active then. And that makes a world of a difference. And I'm sure as well, this is a JV group. You could have different guys here than you did at the beginning of the season, and some of those guys that you had at the beginning of the season could be gone. It's one of those weird ones where it's a varsity JV crossover. But it happens all the time. Albert's 2-0, high for ball 3. I know the JVs play JUCO. What are your thoughts on a D3 team playing a JUCO? And I know BW, they like to play teams out of their division, of course, with that Kent State series, but what if BW played Tri-C? Would you think that would be a good series for them?
I just don't know if they would take it seriously, right? Are you going to play your starting guys out there in a game that really technically in the all
in a
scheme
hypothetical
of things
they did.
doesn't matter?
In a hypothetical world, it's early March, they just won a game, they play full strength mano-a-mano. Would it be worthwhile?
I think it would. I think it would give both teams some experience, but in the end, I do think PW would probably come out on top.
And the 3-1 misses high for ball 4. And of course, that is up for discussion. I think last year's team, at this point, you would say Tri-C would have gotten the win.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was due to all the injuries, as again, in a game that we covered, you made 2 pitching changes because 2 of your pitchers got hurt.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting conversation because we see it with USCAA schools such as KSU Tusk playing some JUCO teams. It's a crossover, and even in football, we go back to Adrian playing Valparaiso to begin the season. They, of course, won that game, a Division III team beating a Division I team. That was great, right? I'm sure you remember that?
Yeah.
That's the reason they missed the NCAA tournament. They got no points for it. If they would have played any Division III school and won, they could have played any awful team and won. They would have been in the NCAA tournament. Just putting that out there. And I think that does need to be fixed. The 0-1, it is chopped foul off the ankle. But I think there should be a new point system of, hey, if you play a team from Division I, you get some points.
Yeah.
because that BW series with Kent, it is always a great way to see where they're really at. And I would love to see Mount Union come and play a JUCO like Tri-C, or play against an Ashland and a scrimmage, or a good USCAA school such as Salem. Something along those lines, just to see where they are at in regard to other competition, as it's not just D3, D2, D1, you name it. There are so many other divisions which, again, going back to my JUCO example of Diego Pavia, if you would have played against him in a throwaway game, all of a sudden you're playing against a Heisman finalist. And Mason Miller, he was a D3 guy too. And now is arguably the best closer in the game, and I don't even know if that's arguable anymore. I think it's just fact.
Yeah.
Again, the 0-2 from Albert. It is up and in for ball one. But an interesting conversation. I was interested to see where you were on that, as I think we're going to get to a point where we are going to start to see JUCO kind of blend in with Division 2 and 3. And I think we need to get to that point.
Yeah.
And I think these JV games are a great way to start it. Albert's 1-2 hits some of the bases are loaded with nobody out. And Jack's point there is pretty good. If you didn't hear it, there's not much of a skill gap, but it's all scholarships. And I think, again, you look at right now, Alliance, a lot of their kids, Big K, JR, Tajay, going to Walsh over Mount Union. I think the scholarship plays a big role in it. First pitch misses inside for ball one. Now, I do think we're closer to scholarships at the Division III level with NIL becoming more and more popular. And I think, of course, BW and Mount Union would benefit the most, as Capers and Karras for Mounts, Fisher and Tressel for BW.
Yeah.
Chopper over towards right field and through. One run will score. We are tied at 2, and the bases will remain loaded. It's an RBI single for Brian McCann, and that'll tie us up at 2. This has been a very entertaining game so far. I think a lot closer than we thought.
Yeah.
But Gallagher just couldn't get there in time, and a screamer in right field now sets up Joseph Handley. The third baseman did hit an RBI single his first time up, and a chance to do it again. And, of course, the big thing for this Tri-C defense, you're not at a point where you could say a double play gets you out of the inning.
Yeah.
It'll only get you a pair of outs. Potentially a turning point in this game. And if you are right now Ethan Albert, you need to get a strikeout. You need something at the plate and something that keeps these runners home.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're able to get a double play, you hit one right back to Albert. Nate Hill's got to be communicating with him and then be able to go on to first with it.
This one appears to be long enough for a tag-up. We will see if that is the case. It is caught in right for out number 1. They will send the runner home, and he will score. It's a sac fly for Joseph Handley, and that'll make it 3-2 Point Park. Once again, the Pioneers are on top here today. And that is the second RBI of the afternoon for the third baseman. He got his job done. A very productive out for the Pioneers.
Absolutely, and you're still in business with the runner in scoring position and another runner on first and only one out here.
And now Cesar Villegas, the shortstop, steps back in a fly out to left his first time up, but defensively, what a big piece for this Point Park JV squad. I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to develop this way, that we will be hearing about him in D2 circles very soon.
Yeah.
He's impressed me so far. I mean, just the way that he plays it short, it's impressive. The 1-0, take it for strike one. What time locally? 10:55 a.m., so about an hour in. Again, a obscure start time, but I believe pretty much every single OHSAA game, except for a few that are just one-offs today, are being played at 10 a.m. due to the storms coming in. Did they say he didn't go?
No, they didn't.
Now they said he did.
Okay.
I was about to say,
On the appeal, they said he went. Okay.
I don't know why it took an appeal.
Yeah.
It should not have. But a 1-2 count on Villegas. And Albert will just miss. My goodness. I think Nate Hill will be tapping his head vehemently right now if we had it. I think Albert would be too. Here's the 2-2. And Villegas, a drive deep to center field. And it is going to carry and drop over Jameer Ross's head. And it is off to the races now for the Pioneers. One run will score. It is an RBI double for Cesar Villegas, and that'll make it 4-2 Pioneers. What a drive from the shortstop. And I think Tri-C right now, you go back to that called ball.
Yeah,
A big difference right now.
absolutely. Kind of a little issue there is the runner from first almost caught the runner from second, and that's probably why he held up there at third.
And now that'll bring up Lent, the DH. The 7th batter of the inning for Point Park, now up by 2. A 3-run inning as things stand with only 1 out. And for Tri-C, they do have some action in their bullpen. And same with Point Park as well. The 0-1 swing and a miss. The first time we saw Lenz, he did strike out looking. Albert so far today does have 3 strikeouts, so that is his big positive, and he wants number 4 here. And I think he absolutely needs number 4 here. And he will get it. 2 down. But that one's called.
Yeah.
An interesting one there, but 4 punchies on the day for Ethan Albert. And do we have an update as to who is warming up in the bullpen?
It's Keegan Gilbride.
Really? I don't get that one. Unless he's going to be a 1-inning plug guy, I don't know. Chopper fouled on the third base line. Because you have to keep in mind, you have Lorain County in a conference matchup this week.
Yeah.
But I believe it is a non-conference conference, but I think they're D3. So maybe that's why the focus is here.
Yeah.
So would that mean Torek and Gallagher are your starters? So who would pitch at that point? Can't put your hand down. Could see Jack Evil on the mound. I say we put him out there. I think he disagrees.
I think the trainers would disagree too.
And this ball is behind Hill. It's off his glove, and that'll make it 5-2. A lot of mistakes so far today for both teams.
Yeah.
And that one a very costly one. But Keegan Gilbride, this could be an elongated bullpen appearance as he is usually the starter. So my question is, why not just roll with him from the get-go?
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. The 1-2, again, foul. But I would say the biggest calling card is, again, another nice coaching play.
Yeah.
Is the ability to foul off the ball as well as they have today. They have hung in so many at-bats, so many different things going against them. I'm impressed by this Point Park offense. The 1-2, again, flown foul by Lentz, or rather, that's Brazel. But for a JV squad, they are playing like a very, very good group with a lot of chemistry. And I think that speaks volumes for the future of this program. And again, Point Park is just a few years removed from being an NAIA organization. Now in Division II. The 1-2, did he go? The answer is yes. The side is retired. Strikeout number 5 today for Ethan Albert gets the job done as he gets back-to-back punchies. But what an inning for Point Park's offense. They played 4 in the top of the third, now up by 3. When we return, it's Ross, Gallagher, and Hill for Tri-C up to bat.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.cohut@twfg.com. Cohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Time now for the call to the bullpen for Point Park, as it'll be Liam Pekarski now on the mound wearing number 5. And the interesting thing here, Cam, it's number 5 pitching now to number 5 behind the plate.
It's the 5 battery, obviously.
I will say their coach did warn us about that, and I do appreciate it, but this is the beauty of seeing JUCO baseball, or in this case, JVD2 baseball. It's so obscure that it makes it so awesome, in my opinion. I don't know why it's just entertaining to me, the fact that you have 2 5s pitching to each other. And I think on Point Park side, they love a 5-er, as right now they have 5 runs on 5 hits. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
And a 0-2 count here on red hot Jameer Ross. 0 for 1 today with a fly out to Villegas over at short. A weak chopper this time over towards first. Has a chance to beat it out, and he will. Blink and you'll miss him running down the line. And they did.
Infield single on a ball that doesn't even get to first base, but Ross will take it.
And that's what makes him such a dangerous weapon for this Tri-C offense. You never know what to expect with him. He was a massive addition by just coming back from injury. And if you get back to full strength, of course, minus Laner with Ko coming back, Diddy, and Bortnick, it's like you get 3 new starters out of nowhere for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And the big thing for them, there won't be any recent film on them either. You never know. Some players come back from their rehab and absolutely knock it out of the park. And I think Jameer Ross is a prime example of that. And speaking of Jameer, here we'll go as Gallagher drills this one to right, and it is over the right fielder's head. It is extra bases for Vinny Gallagher, and Jameer Ross, he will lose his helmet. He is cruising home. The glasses are gone too, but he is safe at home, sliding in with some swagger. It's an RBI triple for Vinny Gallagher. Make it 5-3, and just like that, Tri-C is right back in it.
Yeah, we knew their offense could get hot at any point. Obviously, you get Ross on with the infield single, and with him in motion and Gallagher up, puts a deep charge into one into right field. Gallagher ends up at third himself. Phenomenal running by him, and, Ross just taking care of the rest.
Jameer Ross is going to go somewhere next year and absolutely be electric for that team. An awkward pop-up into center field, now off towards left, and it's going to get down. The wind takes it. Hill going to second. He is a dead duck, but that'll bring in Gallagher from third. It'll be an RBI single somehow, some way for Nate Hill, and that'll make it 5-4 with 1 down. What a weird play.
Yeah.
I think that scored an RBI single at this point.
It is. It's an RBI single, and he's out advancing to second, trying to stretch it to a double, but Tri-C will take the run. They're now still only down, though, by 1.
And they now have 7 hits. We have a combined 12 hits and 9 runs, and we are not even out of the 3rd inning of this 9-inning game. So say this is where it ended. You have 12 hits. You're in line for 36 overall. And 27 combined runs. Why not? The 0-1 Miller a drive, but hello, it's right to Kwan at second. That is the second hard line drive to the middle infield today. The first to Villegas at short now. Kwan not feeling left out anymore.
Yeah.
And now here comes Zaylen Yenmas. 1 for 1 today with a screamer. So 2 down now in the bottom of the 3rd. Either way, a productive inning for Tri-C offensively, but they will still need more from their defense at the top of the inning to keep Point Park in check. First pitch to Yenmas misses inside for ball 1.
I think the big question is, Ethan Elber going to come back out on the mound?
I say no. I think you warm up Gilbride, and I think you ride with him from here on out. Because in a hypothetical world, say that he goes the entire distance from here on out. That's a 6-inning performance, which last time we saw him, he went the distance, which was 7 innings. It's not out of the realm of possibility. The 2-0 Yenmas fouls it back. But of course, the risk is then from there, who would you bring in if Gilbride can't get it done? A lot of guys had a pitch yesterday.
Yeah.
And again, you had Lakeland during the week, which some of those guys could be ready, but at the same time, do you bring those guys out? That's a question, though, for later, as this one is skied on the infield, and it is going to be caught. Villegas calls it off at short, and the side is retired. Everybody was right there to see him bring it in the glove, and Point Park is able to avoid the scare. In the end, they do win the inning, but Tri-C plates 2 in the bottom of the third. 5-4 your score through 3 on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Well, Cam, when in doubt, bring out your ace. It's Kiki Gilbride on the mound for Tri-C.
Yeah, definitely interesting to see, but you know, you think Gilly hopefully can take you the rest of the way, and that's exactly what you want if you're the tops, and especially that's the reason you call him into here from the bullpen.
And speaking of changes, one that might not be the best here, Jameer Ross is out of the game. It looks like he is hurt. Now Johnny Varash is out in left field. That's just so unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as last year. The injury bug getting Tri-C right before the tournament. Of course, he couldn't play defensively against Mid-Michigan. If you go back to that, that is when Justin Tyson stepped up in a big way for this team and anchored it down defensively. But for Varash, this is a big prove-it time for him. And, of course, you look at his stats on the year. Not too many opportunities, but batting .235 with a double, a triple, and 4 RBIs. But, you know, he's a good ball player, and you want to know why I trust him? Cam, I think you know the answer why I trust him out there.
Why?
He's the stepson of former head coach Kyle Stolberg. I will tell you what. We did a game at John Carroll. It was a B2 Bulls game, I believe, that Johnny Varash is playing in. They're warming up, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Coach Stolberg just spawns in. And from that point forward, I knew they were going to win, and they played at 17 runs that game.
Wow.
He was an assistant coach, help coaching his son. But I will say, the moment that I saw him, I knew it was wraps for Premier. And it was. But we'll see how he does out in left field as, again, the ace of the staff is now in the game. And he is wasting no time. A check swing and a miss. That's what Kiki Gilbride does to hitters. And we talked about it. I assume the goal is for him to go the rest of the way. If not, you pull him after an inning or two and you let him throw again on Tuesday, which is a risk. The 0-1 pops up. Could be playable in foul territory. It's Hill going for it. And he will make the grab for out number 1. A nice redemption play there for Nate Hill. And back to the top of the order we go for Point Park with McGow. Right now for Gilbride, efficiency is everything. 10 punch-outs last time we saw him. That's great. Do you want him getting that many this time? maybe not because of the undertone of extra pitches. If today's a contact day where he gets a bunch of batters up and retires them all with ground balls, I don't think that this coaching staff would complain. But again, gets the check swing.
I think he personally wants to go for 10 Ks again, but
At this point now, 17 outs to get. He wants 17. He wants just to strike out as many players as he can. That's just who he is on the mound. The 0-1 misses off the plate. But entering play today, 21.1 innings of work. His K/9 rate of nearly 14 is off the charts. He is a strikeout pitcher by trade. The 1-1 missing for ball 2. But 6 walks to 33 strikeouts out of the year, 5 earned runs, 10 walks. He has been lights out for Tri-C, and they need him to be that again here today. And now it's a 2-2 count as it is flown foul. But again, we do have some storms rolling in, and I think, Cam, you and I are both in agreement that this is probably, if we do play the full 9, going to be at least a 3-hour game.
yeah.
So that gets you to 1 o'clock when, hey, in about an hour from now, currently, it might be raining. Even more so, this is where your offense has to really lock in. Because we've seen it, we've played it so many times where the moment it starts raining and the game is not called, that is when all bets are off. Get your runs now and then try to stay consistent if it rains. Full count 3-2 on McGow. Grounder over towards short. It's Jacob Jones. He will get it right in the breadbasket. His hop to Gallagher is picked in time for out number 2. Do we need any more tape on Vinny Gallagher to show just how strong of a defensive first baseman he is?
I think you wouldn't mind a couple more plays. Add that one probably to the reel.
He is just such a talented first baseman. We talk about the Jackson Ganny over at Alliance. He did not play at first base yesterday, but as a sophomore, I see plenty of shades of Vinny Gallagher in him. A taller, lankier guy who is just trying to figure it out. The big difference, though, Gallagher is lights out of the plate. Ganny's still trying to figure that out, but he's getting there. And going back to that Alliance team, that is a really young group all the way around. You have your seniors, which 4 of your 5 seniors play every day. Your 5th is a PO, but those 4 guys are your 4 guys that lead things off every single game, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go to the bottom. Some guys who have been streaky like Gage Lyons and, of course, Jackson Ganny. Parker's putting it together, Iki's putting it together, and then Ko last night with that beautiful RBI triple. That Alliance seems in such a weird spot, though, where it's 2 classes really dominating. The class of 26 at the top and the class of 28 at the bottom. It'll be a fun group over the next couple of years, and as long as Jeff Graffis is in charge, they will be competitive. 1-1 misses off the plate for ball 2, or in yesterday's case, Philip Yarian. And, of course, the big joke was he didn't want to lose the same way that the former AD Mike Schott did back in the day, which, after this pitch, I'll tell you the story, Cam, as it's pretty funny. And I'm sure Mike Schott doesn't think it is right now. Gilbride's 2-1 is left tie for ball 3. So the day that Graff's kid, Laney, was born, he couldn't be there, of course, but they had to play Marlington. So Mike Schott, who eventually became the Alliance AD, was an assistant coach at the time, he stepped in to be the head skipper for that game. They got run ruled, so he's 0-1 in his coaching career. Graff comes back the next way and run rules Marlington. He has not been able to live that one down as the 3-1 misses wide for ball 4. But Coach Yarian said before the game he does not want to have a moment like Schott and does not want to get reminded of it. And from what I've been told, Graff does remind him on Laney's birthday every year of what happened. He does not forget. But 2 down in the top of the 4th inning as that'll bring in Brandon Kwan, the second baseman. And you can tell it is getting darker and a little windier outside. Gilbride trying to get out of the top of the 4th inning. First pitch low for ball 1. And once again, for those just tuning in, it might be a JV group on display today for Point Park, but again, it's a talented crop of Division II commits, and you have to keep that in mind. And I think it's so tough, especially when you see that JV tag. But you have to remember, this is a really, really talented group as that ball is off of Hill's glove, and it is going to skip away. On number 6 now in scoring position for the Pioneers. But I do feel like in a lot of cases, people forget about the fact that it's a bunch of guys who are, A, younger talents, and at the same time, B, just trying to figure it out too. And you go to an example of like Yuri Belina last year for BW, didn't play at all. Now this year has played in nearly every game off the bench.
Yeah, he's been a big piece for the Jackets. Was a big reason and a big part of their win in Game 2 against Marietta yesterday.
And you look at Mount Union with Aaron Tucker, the former state champion with West Branch. JV last year and now a good varsity piece this year. There's progression to it. You have to keep that in mind. The 2-1 wide for ball 3. And even at the high school level, I know Jason's saying post a clip every year of his great outing back in his JV days, but you'll see a freshman Connor Preisel with a 6-inning win on there as well. And now he's at Miami as a senior. You always have to start somewhere. And I feel like in today's social media day and age, you don't really see that start. It's really, they're only talking about the moment they step on a varsity roster, which is partially a big issue in the game. And again, there is ball 4, so back-to-back walks surrendered. What are your thoughts on that, Cam? As, of course, at Holy Name, when we played, it was kind of 2 years lower level, 2 years varsity.
Well, like you said, you got to start somewhere. You got to be able to just get those reps in. If you're just going to sit on the bench, it's really you're not able to progress, especially getting some game experience, and you're able to go down to those JV levels and actually get game time experience and really work on your craft. I think it's a really good thing to see.
And I think that's the issue where these coaches will bring specialty pieces that aren't going to play to varsity games. Why not get them on JV, get them some game time, then call them up when they're ready? And I feel like we're just seeing that more and more with, hey, he might come in and he doesn't. The 0-1 missing high now, 1-1 the count. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 4th inning for Tri-C, it's Streeter Bulls and Ignacio 7, 8, and 9. Time locally 11:18, so around an hour and 20 minutes in. A good drive down the right field line, but foul. And it is going to drop just in front of Gallagher. Count now 1-2 on McCann with still 2 on, 2 down. This is a pivotal moment for the Tri-C defense. You have to get out of this jam.
Absolutely.
If you're Gallagher here, what kind of pitch do you bring?
Got to challenge him with the fastball, I think. Maybe upstairs and try and get him to take a swing and a miss. But we've seen a lot of check swings on that pitch today, and maybe try and get him to go out of the zone for it.
And again, that is what he brings to the table. He is a guy that makes you second-guess every move. Lead runner goes, swing and a miss. He will get the high heat chase, and the side is retired. Strikeout number 1 today for Keegan Gilbride gets the job done, and the inning is over. To the bottom of the 4th inning, we go at Ron Mottl Field. 5-4 your score. It's Point Park on top.
Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field, bottom of the 4th inning, and it is the bottom of the Tri-C order. And again, Cam, does this really feel like the bottom of the order? It's Nash, Streeter, Jackson Bulls, and Nolan Ignacio.
Yeah, it really feels like this could be 1, 2, 3.
Easily could, as Streeter will step in to lead things off. And he will heavily chase at the first pitch he sees. But again, this morning, a beautiful-ish morning for baseball, but I feel like, again, in the kind of give and take of March and April ball, this is okay, as again, Have you looked at the weather coming up, not just today, but in the next couple of days?
I have not. It's probably a lot of rain, though.
Nope, we're hitting the 30s.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, the 1-1 is wide for ball 2. It's terrible. It's absolute nonsense, if you ask me.
Yeah, something.
Did I depress you now?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I don't try to.
I wish I was going to Miami this week. Get away from
You're
the.
fine.
Yeah.
And instead you go to Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah. Not much better.
There's some nice things there. I mean, isn't Duquesne not too far away from there where your great uncle has been the voice of that basketball team for 50 years?
Yeah. Over 50 years, yeah.
Isn't that a good thing about Pittsburgh then?
That is a good thing.
And isn't it a good thing that he got to go to March Madness with them, I believe?
Yeah.
There you go. See, there's positives everywhere, Cam. Full count 3-2 here on Dreger. And here's the payoff pitch. Dreger, a chopper over towards Villagasa. That's short. And his throw to one is high, and he was taken off the bag. A big throwing error from Point Park, as that'll put the tying run on at first. And I will say, I'm going to try to be more positive about Pittsburgh. And the main reason why is, again, at Mount Union, we're going to have a sport media major coming in next year. A couple of the guys up for the department chair are Pittsburgh guys with all Pittsburgh contacts.
Yeah.
Who run in the same circles, too. So I got to be more lenient to
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. I got to be a little nicer about them, don't I?
Maybe. When it comes to football season, no.
No. No Pittsburgh Steelers, and as well, Pat Narduzzi. Not really a big fan of him, at least from what I've been told from my Pitt friends that do not like Mr. Narduzzi. One on here, though, for Jackson Bowles to step in. The first pitch he sees is a ball. But talk to us about the draft.
I'm very excited to go. We're leaving on Thursday morning and I think it's like 7-hour shifts. But not too bad. Not too bad. I think they're doing stuff on either side of the river. They haven't told us where we're going to be, whether we're at actually Acrisure Stadium or across the river, but kind of just helping fans and do some fun stuff for the kids and other things. But I'm really excited to go, and another great opportunity from BW.
And another great opportunity there for Nash Streeter to take second base, and he takes that one easily. But it's good. I'm excited to see what happens there. Is the draft actually being held at Acrisure, or is it, again, kind of an off-site location where there's just a stage randomly in some random open field that we all knew about but never really thought about until we actually used it for the draft?
I don't know if it's actually at Acrisure. I know across the
I'd be surprised if it is.
I know across the river, that's where they're going to have like the actual red carpet, at least to take photos. So I don't know if they're going to actually have the athletes over there, or I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to figure it out more going along this week.
I would hope so. Throw back to second. It's close, but not in time. But, of course, with my experience at the National Sports Forum, I always love a good little school trip going out there. And, again, people might think, oh, you're just going out there for fun. No, it's brutal sometimes, those hours. At the Forum, I mean, you were pulling 14-hour shifts every day for a couple of days.
Oh, yeah, I had a couple of friends
ball 4.
just come back from the Masters. And you're thinking, oh, you're going to the Masters? Yeah, they're working and they're getting up at 4 a.m. and they're not going to bed until 12. And then all of a sudden, after Masters Sunday, you get right back in the van and you are back at BW at 9 a.m. And, oh, by the way, you have a class in 20 minutes. So
you would
have
not
fun.
go to that class, would you?
I would, but I just haven't been to the Masters. Maybe I'll go next year, and I will show you that I will go to that class. That's why you sleep in the van.
Mound visit time here for Point Park. Of course, the tying run for Tri-C is in scoring position for Ignacio here. I think of something when I look at the scenario. I think Point Park thinks of the same thing. Bunt?
You definitely could. Definitely could. You have the runners in position, and obviously you have the speed, especially with Dreger at second, but you got to probably think about that. They'll probably at least put on a bunt defense here for your Point Park. Only thing is Ignacio actually going to put it down? They're going to want to swing away here.
And that could be a big confidence booster if he bunts them along, one down. Then you bring up Jones, and then, of course, Jameer is probably not going to bat. I would assume it's a straight swap with Varash. We will see as, yep, it is Varash in the hole. But it's an interesting point. It really is. And this is not turning it over to the typical top of the order when you have Diddy up there, you have Joey and Co up there. It's a different top of the order. Which, not to say that they don't have capable hitters, because they absolutely do, but it's not the same guys who have been doing it since last fall. And there is the bunt. He will show, and he doesn't have to do much other than that, as it'll get by. The catcher, though, a little shaken up after that.
Yeah.
And just like that, the go-ahead run now stands at second, and the tying run is at third.
I think I might have hit off his hand.
I think it did. He showed bunt, didn't have to offer in the end, and I think now it becomes swing away.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what he wanted to have happen. He just wanted the runners to move along, and it would have been at his expense. But now you can swing away, and if you put this ball on the fly in the outfield, most likely you can tie this game up. And now the catcher, he is going to go and receive some treatment from the trainer. Once again, stay with us at 3 p.m. today, as we will have Holy Name Baseball taking on Shaker Heights. And then, of course, after the draft this week, Cam, where are you off to next?
I'm going down to Miami, F1 Miami. I'm very excited to do that. It's me and another student. We're both getting on a plane. No professor going with us. We're just going down to Miami to.
Do you know the student at least?
Yeah, I do. I do.
For the forum, I had to travel with somebody I had never met until we got to the Canton Akron airport.
Yeah, me and old Preston Keiko getting on a plane, and I think we have a small layover. And by small, I mean a 5-hour layover in Atlanta. But
we had that in Charlotte.
Yeah, and then before we finally able to get back, and then I come back and I'm right into finals.
And then, of course, you have the biggest event of all. Assuming Tri-C wins the conference, it's regionals.
Yeah.
That has to sit at the head of your calendar right now.
We got regionals. We got.
And then after that, we have BW and
OAC
Mount Union
champions.
regionals.
Yeah.
And then just a big crash right back down to earth.
Yeah.
We have all that ramping up. You have Memorial Day weekend, flatline. Of course, the OHSAA goes on for a few more weeks, but it looks like we will have a catching change. Of course, for us, basically the moment that it hits June, it's off to summer ball.
Yeah.
And, of course, we'll have 965 action. We'll have WRCL Diamond League Tournament the first weekend of really our coverage, and then we'll also have potentially one more league coming in on top of it. It'll be a busy summer again, as here comes a change.
I think they might have to bring somebody else in to put an actual catcher on the field.
And that is a tough thing to do, but we will step aside as Point Bar figures it out here on SmeeSports.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
We are back to the action here at Ron Mottl Field, as it looks like our changes. Quan is now behind the plate doing the catching, and it is going to be a substitution. Korwaski is now at second, as that'll take Monteko out of the game due to injury. An unfortunate injury right there for Point Park, up by 1. But of course, that being tested right now. The 2-0 to Ignacio there for strike 1. And again, we talked about it, Cam. Take your lead and settle it down once the Storms are here. If we continue playing, and you look outside, Cam, I think the Storms are about here.
Yeah.
The wind is really picking up. The 2-1, it is popped up and out of play and as well. Don Marchetta might be back. He lost his hat.
Not a lefty, though.
Close enough. Welcome back, Don Marchetta. It's like one of those things with no correlation. Just welcome back whoever it is. But of course, Dom, that's a great compliment to make to anybody, especially a pitcher. The 2-2 in the dirt for ball 3, and we are full. And it looks like now we are having bottle flipping.
What's a 9-inning game? You got to entertain yourself.
How many different games can he find? That's my question. Here's the payoff pitch. Ignacio, a ball over towards short. They will throw to 1. It is in time for out number 1, but it is not in vain. Dreger will score from third, and we are tied at 5, and that'll bring up Jacob Jones. Go-ahead run now at third for the Tops. That's how you get it done.
Yeah.
There was some hesitation by Villegas over at short, but in the end, he did make the right call, throwing to 1.
Yeah, he thought about trying to go to third to get the now lead runner. Well, now the only runner, but
it would have been an interesting call. I would say definitely one to look into, but I think he did it the right way. He checked, realizes, hey, I really don't have a good look. Let's get the forcer out. You get that forcer out, and now you just have to try and battle at the plate, which right now, Pekarski is doing a great job of doing exactly that, as he is quickly up 0-2. Jacob Jones trying to do some damage for Tri-C to give the Tops the lead. Their first lead in a little while. Here's the 0-2, and Jones will fly it foul. In the on-deck circle for Tri-C, though, it is Johnny Varash. Haven't called his name too many times this season, but in a big moment, it is his time to step up and be that guy for this Tops offense. And, of course, a lot of that is just in the wake of Jameer Ross with injury. The 0-2 backs him out. And he nearly lost his footing as well. But, of course, all eyes over at third. Bulls does represent the go-ahead run today. The 1-2, Jones, a good drive into left field, and it is down. It's an RBI single for Jacob Jones, and Tri-C is back on top. Make it 6-5 Triceratops. What a drive from the shortstop.
yeah, great play there by him, and just puts it into left field and able to get the Tops back on the board.
And that is a huge swing for him. Of course, it goes freshman to freshman here, but Varash hasn't had too many opportunities. The pressure is off of him right now.
Absolutely, but you want to keep this offense rolling. You've already scored 2 here in this inning and still looking for more, only with 1 out.
And, of course, again, as we keep saying, with the weather being a factor, score the runs before it rains. The moment it starts raining, that is when all bets are off. And I think that both teams really understand that if you have the lead when the rain starts, you are probably going to come out of here with the win. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Well, if this game ends up even counting.
It's true.
And I think they could agree if they hit 7 to just say, hey, it's a 7-inning game.
Yeah.
Easily could. Runner fakes, and there is strike 1 to Varash. But as things stand, Jacob Jones is the hero for Tri-C. But still plenty of time left. Now he goes in the 0-1. The pitch misses inside. The throwdown is on the money, but just late on the tag.
Yeah, Jones kind of just slid right by as the second baseman turned around to get that tag down, and Jones was in there with his head first slide.
All right, stolen back there for Jones. And as well, he is 2 for 3 on the day, so a really solid performance for him. Stolen base number 14 on the year. 1 ball, 1 strike. Varash, a chopper over towards third, taking on the hop. The throw to one is wide. Varash, he is going to cruise to second, and Jones is going to score. Varash, he is wasting no time, now trying to get on third. The play at third is not in time. Varash is in there. Timely hitting for the Tri-C Triceratops as they take advantage of yet another error.
Yeah, just a bad throwaway at first, and then the Tops just don't stop running this. You watch it back here on the replay. It would have been a good play in well enough time, and then just too far up the line, and everybody keeps moving as the ball rolls away from Point Park.
And credit again to Johnny Varash for getting on his horse the way he did.
Absolutely.
And now here comes Gallagher, a rope into right field and down for an RBI single. The hit parade continues for Tri-C. Gallagher now 2 for 3 on the day with a triple and a base knock. Tops ball is back at Ron Mottl.
They've scored 4 here and now up 3, 8-5 in the fourth. Still only 1 out as well.
9 hits on the day as well is quite impressive. They want number 10 here. Pitch is in the dirt and skips away. Gallagher, he is on 2, and easily he will stand up and stop there. How much of this is impacted by the catching change?
I think definitely a little bit is, especially you're not you're in the field. You're at second base. You're playing second, and all of a sudden you're forced to go behind the dish. Really not a ton of warm-up by the new catcher in there.
And it's really tough as, again, you have that second base mindset to now go behind the plate and try to stop everything. But Nate Hill, plenty of power behind his swing, and after him it goes to Miller then Yanmes. So really no good part of this order to have to go up against right now. 2 balls, no strikes. And Hill will leave it high for ball 3. And I think a walk here would pretty much give Pekarsky his marching orders.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if that were the case.
Tops, as you can see on the screen, scoring in every inning. Looking to keep it alive here in the fourth.
And Hill, a ground ball, hardly hit over towards second, a weird hop, and he is in there safe. And there is a heavy collision over at first. Hill is down, the first baseman is down. Gallagher will score, and that'll make it 9-5. We'll watch that one back to see exactly what happened there, but I think he kind of just ran through. Of course, today a lot of injuries, and for Tri-C, that is a big one with their catcher. Oh. I mean, that was not intentional, I will say that,
yeah.
but the first baseman, he crossed the plane.
Yeah,
I think that's an infield single. I think he was safe regardless.
Yeah, you're just trying to go up the line and get the ball, and yeah.
That's just one of those where they both have the right of way to the line. And we're just hoping that both players are okay. First baseman, he is going to walk it off. That is McCann. But Hill is still down, and now he gets helped up. I think at least you pinch run him here. But it looks like Britton, he has at least the shin guards on. He could go warm up. And I think he kind of just gave a sign that none of us wanted to see, and that's the cut sign.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
So 2 starters go down today for Tri-C. And it is going to be Britton coming in to catch most likely, and that's just terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, again, nobody's fault. You can't really plan for it or stop it, but you have to feel for Tri-C because, yet again, a team with so much talent is going to get knocked down by the injury bug.
Yeah.
Happened last year. Looking like it's happening here. But again, nobody's fault. It's just one of those weird plays in baseball where, yes, both guys did have equal right to the baseline. He can cross over and make that play. Hill, of course, can run right through. And now it's Britton's turn. He is going to take off on the first pitch, and he is going to be in there.
He hasn't even touched the base yet.
That guy just blocked him. Is he out? No, nearly. But my question is, can he just sit there and block him? I think that's interference. Of course, if that ball's there, he's out. But can he just sit in the baseline?
He didn't even touch the base until he almost got tagged out.
And he still did it.
Yeah.
Did he think ooh, And now in the meantime, as we come back to the action, Miller puts this one into left field. Britton, he will come around to score from second. And Miller, he will come into second, and he is out. It'll be an RBI single, though, for Brock Miller, as that'll make it 10-5 Tri-C. The skies have completely opened up for the Tops. But again, I think right now, if you're this coaching staff, you're going to have some words about some base running when it's all said and done. And I think a lot of that comes down to Coach Karen's department, where he's going to go out there and say, hey, let's figure this out.
Yeah.
And he is the guy to figure it out. As again, you talk about his summer team. He's talked about with Joe Svets as Yanmaz gets hit in the head, but Joe Svets every summer, 40-plus stolen bags for him. And that's just an unfortunate one there. You hope he's okay. If not, that's a third of your lineup injured today. I mean, he appears to be okay, as he's a warrior. We know that, but scary scenes. So back to where we started with Nash Dreger. But what a weird inning. It's a 6-spot as things stand for Tri-C. Now, will the trainer even let him stay in the game? That's my question. What do you think, Cam?
I think they're going to let him go.
You see, he appears to be okay over at first. Needs words of encouragement there from Coach Karen. So Nash Dreger, the 10th hitter of the inning. Do you think Yanmaz goes here now? Instead, they throw back.
They're going to keep an eye on him.
But you talk about timely hitting, and we say it so much, but I hate the fact that we have to go out here and basically say this boils down to beating the rain, but it does. And your 9-inning game comes down to 2 hours as Yanmaz. He will break. The throw is wide right as cut off. Not in time. But going back to it, if you have to play in the rain, it's going to be really tough to hit and field and do everything.
Yeah.
You get this 5-run lead and then some, which in a rare occurrence, the hits and the runs for both teams line up perfectly. That never happens. I have not seen that in a long time. Have we done a game that's ended like that, or at least outside of like 1-0 has ended that way, where it's 5 runs on 5 hits and 10 runs on 10 hits?
I don't think so.
One of those weird ones that rarely happens, but when it does, it's, hey, let's talk about it. 2-0 in there for strike one, and there it is on your screen.
Strange. The 4 errors, very big, though.
That, I would say, is the biggest thing, along with number 60 at bat, which he's been batting for a long time here at Ron Mottl Field. 2-1 left high for ball 3. I don't think 60 has ever been changed.
Yeah.
I wonder where 60 came from. I hope there was a number 60 who played here. I really hope there was.
They just never changed it after that.
They don't have a 60 jersey number. It could have been a visiting player. Impressive, though. Throwback, not in time, just the wrong side of the bag. Otherwise, they had him. Thank you. They had some disagreement, but come on. That was clear. Here's the 3-1, and it's booted. And Yanmaz, he is over at third easily. Put him at the corners for Jackson Bulls. And now if you're JB, you want to get en fuego here. This is your chance to launch one. But you can tell on the screen, it is getting darker and darker by the minute at Ron Mottl. Now, if it could just stay like this, I like cloudy days. Oh, yeah, we're going to get hit. Okay. I was going to say, just stay cloudy like this. No, we're going to get absolutely smoked. Bulls gets a good piece of that baseball. A deep drive to center, still carrying, and it is going to get down. My goodness, JB got completely underneath it, and the win helped him out in the end. It is a 2 RBI triple, make it 12-5, and now, just like that, the inning becomes an 8-run one. But JB, he is shaken up, sliding into third. He appears to be okay, but welcome. We've entered the Twilight Zone.
He just kept going back. Ball was just carrying on him. Maybe the wind had a little factor in that. I'm sure JB won't mind, though, as he stands at third here.
First pitch wide for ball one. Is there a 10-run run rule after 5? I'm hearing it's after 7, but it could be. Well, we did have the 28-5 game, so. The 108 good drive deep to left field. Plenty of carry, and it is good! What a drive for Nolan Ignacio! His first career Tri-C home run! It is a 10-run inning for Tri-C. What a day for that young man. And there it is, Cam. It's beautiful. It's a free bird Saturday at Ron Mottl. Give me as much free bird as you can.
Yeah.
What a shot.
Yeah. I mean, that one got out of here in a hurry, too. But it was a no-doubter. Left fielder kind of just took a couple of steps back and looked it all the way over that left field wall. A huge spot, now 10 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And we're still going with 2 outs.
And again, this is why the recruiting of Tri-C is so impressive. They find guys all the way across the board, and once they get to Tri-C, they just start hitting. Of course, Ignacio, a great player, but not a home run hitter at St. Ignatius by any stretch. And that ball's to the backstop now, 2-0 the count, and I think the action in the bullpen has stopped. Okay, I think you're now seeing rain around 12:30 when you just showed me our dot is in the middle of the green.
Really?
The dot you showed me was
okay,
surrounded.
well, that was a little bit, that's a little bit what's to
okay.
come.
Bunch shown here on the 2-0s. It is fouled back. But this is exactly what the doctor ordered for Tri-C's offense. They needed this.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're down early in this game. At the time, it was 5-1, 5-2. And now to come back and make it 14-5. Impressive. Jones, another base knock. The 13th of the day for the Tri-C offense. He's thinking about 2, but he is going to retreat.
Huge turn. I mean, he took such a big turn, and he left the camera frame that we have stationed at first.
And now we go back to Mr. Varash. Absolute great walk-up song, though, with Trap Queen. Absolutely love it. That singing, though, I don't know.
Jack on the...
Throwback to 1 on a time. But we have fun up here in the press box.
Maybe we keep him as a baseball player.
Maybe, as Gilbride's getting warm again in the bullpen. But last year and this year, we have a lot of fun up here in the box, and that's, I would say, the best part about covering Tri-C. It's a good time, and it's a bunch of good ball players coming together, and who would have known when kind of diving into JUCO that, A, the Great Lakes region would be so good, and B, Canada can play baseball quite well. Again, I've kind of talked about it. Give me Cohen Merritt at Mount Union, please. We need a second baseman next year. Put him in there. Let's see it happen. Or Joey Lehner. I'll take one of those two. The 1-1 high for ball 2. The throwdown is in time. They got him, and the side is retired. That will end one of the best innings that we have seen all season for Tri-C. 8-10 spot capped off by a Nolan Ignacio 2-run home run. To the 5th inning we go at Ron Mottl Field. 14-5 your score. It's all tops on SmeeSports.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Koha Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Top of 5 at Ron Mottl Field, and if you tuned out for a minute, man, you missed everything. A 10 spot for Tri-C in the 4th. What a difference. Keegan Gilbride, of course, a great job on the mound. Now he is in line for the win, and it's Tri-C by 9. What an inning for the Tops, and that really epitomizes what Tops ball is. And in my opinion, that was the perfect inning to really show anybody thinking about coming to Tri-C, hey, this is why you should come and be a part of this.
Yeah.
And, of course, this is a new era with Nick Kaplick now as the head coach, but he has done a tremendous job so far. And, of course, has some mid-conference games coming up, and we'll see how they fare in those. Fly ball sent deep to right field, and it is easily caught for out number 1. And it looks like we have a new right fielder. Is that JB out there still? That is Kevin Baker now out in right field. And I kind of think this is where we will start to see plenty of changes made for Tri-C's defense. And just the lineup in general. And, of course, as well, Bryson Britton is now doing the catching. Which I like that move. I mean, I think he's a good player all the way around, and I'm glad to see that he gets the reps, albeit not the circumstances that he does get those reps. Grounder over towards short. It's Jones on the run. Gallagher can't get that one to go. And it will escape him, but good backup by Bryson Britton running all the way down the line.
Yeah.
A rare error from this Tri-C team. That'll be their first of the day, and it only took until the 5th. But that's impressive for this team. But I think for those who haven't seen JUCO before or just kind of getting used to what JUCO baseball is, there are a lot more runs in JUCO than in your typical Division I game.
Yeah.
I would say D2, D3, there's also a lot of extra runs too. And, well, I think we've seen that time and time again with Mount Union and BW. So I'm going to miss their 0-1. They kind of, I believe, Mount BW and J 17-5 this past weekend. And W and J is ranked.
Mm-hmm.
And then you turn around and see some of the other games that those teams play, just high-scoring games back and forth. Gilbride, 0-1 in the dirt. The back pick is close, but not in time. Britton nearly had him. And I kind of thought he did.
Yeah. Also, in the meantime, the skies have gotten very dark. It feels like it could open up here at any minute.
Me gusta el press box. I think you agree with that sentiment.
Yeah.
The 1-1 fouled back. But I will say, I've had some interaction with Bryson Britton in the past, and one of them was via email where he has his own recruiting site where he basically puts all his film out there and anything to basically say, hey, this is why you should come sign me. He emailed reaching out, asking if he could use our film, which nobody's ever done before. And, of course, they can use it, which
yeah.
I'm like, oh, like, of course you can. And there's a nice credit to us on there, so I appreciate that from him. And a nice catch there on the swing and miss for out number 2. Strikeout number 2 today for Gilbride, but always a nice little cool story as, again, we've talked to these guys. We've gotten to know them. This is maybe the nicest group we cover.
Yeah. It really feels like a kind of a almost second family. Obviously, it, you know, we don't really have an allegiance to this. We took some Tri-C class. I'm going to take a Tri-C class over the summer. But
was Air Bars Tri-C?
It was. Wait. I don't know. Was that?
Swing and a miss there, 0-1 the counts.
I think it was. I feel like it was. Because we had an S.
It definitely was.
We had an S number, and all he was talking about was, what's your S number every time?
What a time.
Yeah. I have no idea what my S number is.
Good times. The 0-1 there for strike two. And, of course, we've talked extensively about what Joe Airbar has meant to Holy Name High School and the legacy he's leaving, and his wife, who's leaving at the end of this school year, the legacy that she has left as well. That family, they are just namers at heart, which is interesting because Joe Airbar went to St. Nats High School. Not many people know that. The 0-2 is in the dirt, and it is going to skip away from Britton. That'll easily put him on at 2, and he will retreat quickly. And as well, he already is, I believe, an Athletic Hall of Famer and has been for a long time.
Yeah.
Not too many non-namers in that list. And once again, assuming Mother Nature actually lets us play baseball today, we'll play at 3 again today as Holy Name takes on Shaker Heights. I'm not too confident in that one. And it could get delayed if this game does go the full distance. Throwback, he got him. What a throw from Gilbride. The side is retired. You cannot shut down Keegan Gilbride.
It doesn't even matter if they get on. He's still able to pick him off there. We're going to watch it back in the replay. Just a phenomenal job and great play there.
Young pitchers watching this broadcast, take notes from Keegan Gilbride.
I mean, he's got such a huge lead, and then boom, just the break-in. Great throw and great tag to record out number 3.
And a lot of credit goes to Jacob Jones on his break as well. But the call of the bullpen has been made by Point Park. We will see who is on the mound when we return to Ron Mottl Field.
Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field. Bottom of 5, 14-5 your score. It is all Tri-C on SmeeSports. Once again, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Cam Ragazzo. What a fun day for Tops Ball, and I think, unfortunately, we are going to get wet at some point.
Probably.
But I will say we did see a nice drawing done by Jack during the break, and it was a nice little Doritos logo.
They might want to hire him to be a designer over at Doritos.
They could, as Viraj puts that one into center field. It's a leadoff base knock for the VASJ alum. And he was a great player for the Vikings.
Absolutely. Another phenomenal player to come out of that. You think over in the football sense, you got Bo Jackson at Ohio State.
The first game we ever called, Bo Jackson played in, which is crazy to think. And again, Cam, we have our scoreboard origami, 5-5, 14-14. Don't forget it. Kind of 1-0 on Vinny Gallagher so far today, 2 for 3 with a pair of RBIs. And he's a homer and a double away from the cycle. We always have to put cycle watch on because you never know, especially with a guy like Gallagher.
Yeah.
He does have that home run power. And I think, I'm sure Ignacio, if he could have had a single one of his times up, would be even more so on it. Runner goes, that pitch is way inside, and Viraj easily takes seconds. What are your thoughts on this game today? Is this one that you like that was scheduled?
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting one, especially with the time and the teams playing yesterday. But
This one flown out to left field, and it is going to be caught for out number 1.
Yeah, I think it's, you're able to get another game in here. You really never know when you're going to be able to get these games in, so you're able to get some more playing time for these players, and it's really just unfortunate, though, with all the injuries for Tri-C.
And that is going to be the silver lining to today. Jameer Ross got hurt. Hopefully he'll be okay. Nate Hill, hopefully he'll be okay. If not, it's going to be a lot of Bryson Britton down the stretch, and I think it should be regardless. First pitch there for strike 1, and I think, especially with all these injuries, especially the guys who've been banged up, I think this is where the coaching staff is going to say enough is enough. Down the stretch, non-conference games, it's going to be a lot of guys who are capable starters, but not the main 9 you're going to put out there for Game 1 regional tournament game, May, I think, 7th or whatever. Britton, a good drive deep to center field, still carrying back, and it is going to drop just at the wall. Britton cruising to second. He is on 3. Barrage is going to score, and it's an RBI triple for Bryson Britton.
Wow.
Make it 15-5, Tri-C. Again, a guy who hasn't played too much this year, but when he is in the lineup, look out. He is a dangerous hitter.
Yeah, huge hit there, and almost caught the other runner as he's trying to maybe make his way up to him, but just can't get enough of this Tri-C offense.
And Tri-C won't stop until they had enough. But entering play today, a 500 average, 1 homer, and a double on the year with 6 RBIs, now has 7. Swinging a miss there, now 0-2 the counts. I'm surrounded by children. Always, though, the comments. The 0-2 will miss for ball 1. Or no, they're going to say it's strike 3 really late. 2 down. First strikeout of the day for the new pitcher on the mound for Point Park, and that is John Bertucci. So 2 down, and that is going to be somebody new in the game. That's Ethan Green. A Wadsworth alum coming in. So far on the year, Ethan Green batting .294, a double, 5 RBIs as well. But 15-5, Tri-C on top. And again, the scoreboard matching with hits. Impressive. Swing on the miss there from Green, 0-1 the counts. Next inning for Point Park, it is Brazel. Then I believe it is going to turn over to Kowalski in place of Montico. And then to the top we go with McGow. Quickly an 0-2 count here on Green as, kind of as expected, Tri-C is making a number of changes. That time it is off the plate for ball 1. But I like the move. This is a game that gets you ready for conference play coming up, and this is where you kind of say, hey, if we can play 15, 20 guys today, we're in a good spot.
Absolutely.
And, of course, that does include the pitcher. Or at some point, that could be, okay, bullpen game after Gilbride, he did his job. The 1-2, it is going to miss off the plate for ball 2, which at the same time, you don't want to pull him too early. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of other guys come in and throw an inning just to get some work done. And I would personally like that. Here's the 2-2. Green fouls it back. And he will stay alive. Once again, if the weather holds, stay with us at 3 p.m. today as Holy Name takes on Shaker Heights live from Ron Mottl Field. And Jack says the weather's not holding up. We'll see. He's probably right. Again, the 2-2. Green swing and a miss. The side is retired. It's back-to-back punch-outs for Bertucci, and that will end the inning. But what a drive from Bryson Britton. Puts the cap on the first 5. Run number 15 comes to pass for Tri-C as they now lead this 1-10. You are watching college baseball here on SmeeSports, and when we return, it'll be 8-9-1 due up for Point Park.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back here to Ron Mottl Field, top of the 6th inning. 15-5 your score, and what a start for Tri-C. Of course, this game at one point was going in Point Park's favor, but in the end, Tri-C, they have pulled away.
They pulled away big time now, 15-5. 15 hits for the Tops, 5 for Point Park.
Do we call that scoreboard agami? What's the best way to describe that? Because this doesn't happen often.
Scoreboard perfection.
Scoreboard perfection. All we need is the errors to line up.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think
don't-
Tri-C does not want to have happen?
Tri-C does not want 15 errors.
I'm at 4, but a good drive to get things going. It has a chance to go, and it is going to be foul. Nearly a homer to get things going. Nice drive there from Brazel, the right fielder. And again, Cam, as you have said, the rain is kind of just deciding when does it want to start. You've seen 12:30, and you've also seen 1. But if we do play a full 9 today, we are not even 2/3 the way done. So that puts us in a spot to finish in the rain. The 0-1 wide. But I think you and I both said we expect 3 hours if we did play the full 9.
Yeah.
I think that's just kind of the standard anyway for the 9-inning games. The 1-1. Another good drive again off towards the left side. More underneath it. It's Green going forward at third. And he will make the grab for out number 1. Nice job tracking that one down by Ethan Green in foul territory. And it looks like that is going to bring up Jaden Korwaski. And indeed it will in place of Monteco, the starting catcher. But many injuries today, more than we expected. And of course, a couple of guys who are still dealing with a few things, such as JB, who kind of was shaken up along with Yanmez, who got hit in the head. And it looks like there is some action in the Tri-C bullpen. And I think a lot of that boils down to if you can get Keegan Gilbride to only throw a few innings here and maybe use him again. But we'll see who it is warming up in the pen in a few moments. And it is Spencer Mueller warming up in the pen for Tri-C. Fly ball sent into right field and easily caught for out number 2. 2 up and 2 quickly down, and Keegan Gilbride right now is cruising for the tops. And I will say, going ahead of that Shaker game today, there is a chance that Harry Frank does pitch for Holy Name. You keep in mind their next conference game is Thursday. You have a couple of non-conference this week, and I would say the toughest of the 3 right now based on records is Shaker. Gilmore, they just lost to Lake Catholic. Of course, we don't have that confirmed, but we'll see what happens. Swing and a miss there, 0-1 the count. Back to the top of the order here with McGow, the left fielder. 1 for 3 today, a base knock along with 2 groundouts. Gilbride sets and fires. Swing and a miss. Count 0-2. And if this is the last inning that we see Gilbride, 2 strikeouts today, he wants 1 more. Either way, this is going to be one of his best outings of the year just based on true efficiency. Grounder up the middle, just behind him. Miller scoops it up at second, throw to one. In time, they got him! The side is retired. What a play from Brock Miller. Take about number 7. That's absolutely absurd. We'll watch it back to see if we think he got him anyway. But to get that one up the hole the way he did, yeah, they got him. Impressive from Brock Miller. We turn to the bottom of the 6th inning. 15-5 your score. It's all Tri-C on SmeeSports.
Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Nash Reacher steps in to lead things off in the bottom of the 6th for Tri-C, up 15-5 on Point Park. First pitch there for strike one, and again, Cam, it all goes back to a really, really strong 4th inning. 10-run score for Tri-C, and that is the big difference right now as that one is through into left field. It's a leadoff base knock for Nash Reacher. The hit parade continues. That is number 16 today for the Tops. And now here comes Kevin Baker. Of course, in place of Jackson Bulls, as Tri-C, they are just kind of rotating their lineup again here. Which I really like that move. Getting a lot of guys an opportunity to play here who typically don't play.
Yeah, when you have that 10-run cushion, you're able to do it, and then still a lot more to go in this game, trying to see what they can do, and being able to get them in here, it's a great sign.
Runner fakes there. The back pick is not in time. And I think right now, as it has been the whole game, the goal is to try and make Point Park throw the ball as much as they absolutely have to. It has worked out in Tri-C's favor so many times today. Runner goes on the 0-1, swing and miss. Throw down is on the money. The tag, though, is not in time. A nice throw from Kwan, but again, the tag is the Achilles heel. But Baker down on the count 0-2. Entering play today, at least before yesterday's games, 0 for 1 in the season. Trying to find a base knock here for the Tops. And he will poke this one into right field, and it is down for a base knock. Kevin Baker delivers for a Tri-C. It'll be an RBI double, and now he has a chance to potentially move along again. He will cruise to third, and he is in there. It is an RBI double and an extra advancement for Kevin Baker. Everybody is having a day for Tri-C.
Yeah, they are.
That is what makes this team so dangerous. No matter who is batting and no matter who is playing, everybody can step up on this roster.
Yeah, 16 runs on 17 hits.
I really hope that picked up.
Yeah, me too.
I think it did. And Ignacio, a light tip there. Of course, last time we saw him, he did go yard. So an 0-1 or 1-0 counter. 1 or 0-1?
0-1.
0-1, there we go. Took a second. And Ignacio takes that one high. But of course, there is a chance that we do have a run rule after 7 where if you're up by 10, the game's done, which Tri-C, they wouldn't mind that here. The 1-1 tips foul again, now 1-2. In the on-deck circle after him, it turns to Jacob Jones, as it looks like he will stay in the game. Of course, you do leave a couple of guys in the lineup during the entirety of the day. And that one on the 1-2 is poked foul. But again, this is still the race against the rain, but I think before Mother Nature has a word, this one is basically going to be over.
Yeah.
And it's on Tri-C's terms, too. Which, again, of course, a lot of teams just had to play today at 10 to try and avoid it. The 0-2, did he go? The answer is yes. There is out number 1. Strikeout number 3 today for Bertucci. And back to the top now we go with Jacob Jones. Jones so far today, 3 for 4 with 3 base knocks, an RBI, and a stolen base. He has been so consistent for the Tri-C offense all year. When he is in the lineup and when he is on, he is a tough out. And he'll try to prove that here as he flies this one into right field. It is caught for out number 2. Baker, he will tag, and he will score. Make it now 17-5 Tri-C. And again, Cam, as we've been tracking it, the perfect scoreboard is back.
17-17 and 5 hits for Point Park on 5 runs.
Is that what you're looking at today? Pretty much at all. That's the only thing you're looking at? I don't blame you.
Yeah.
First pitch there for a strike. And as well, an interesting development, Orville currently is playing McKinley at Munson, and that game is going into extra innings. So a good matchup between two really solid organizations. The 0-1, Varash, a fly ball sent into center field, and Deshaun is there to retire the side. A simple defensive inning for Point Park, but still a pair of runs come to pass for Tri-C. To the 7th we go. It's the Tops up 17-5 on SmeeSports.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to all of our advertisers along with Tri-C Athletics for making today's telecast possible. Some housekeeping things to note before we get underway. In the top of the 7th inning, the call to the bullpen has been made. It is now Spencer Mueller on the mound. It is the second Midview alum to pitch today for Tri-C. And over at first base, it is your old friend Cam and Andy Schneider.
Yeah, good to see you.
Which of course is really good. There we go. We should be back on there. We apologize for that little technical hiccup there as that pitch is outside now. 2-2 the count. I believe the plugged-in hotspot somehow stopped charging. That'll be Deshaun. And now that'll bring up Brandon Kwan, the second baseman, turn to catcher. Right now from Spencer Mueller, what do you want to see?
Just want to see get some strikes. Get some strikes, try and maybe get a couple of strikeouts, but try and get out of this inning unscathed.
And, of course, that is the simple goal all the way around, just no damage done. No matter how you do it, you just want to find a way to get it done. And now a drive into center field and down for a base knock. That'll put 2 on, nobody out. And again, we do apologize for the technical difficulties again. Internet cutting out, and I think a lot of that has to do with the storms coming in as well. It does happen every now and then. But for those just tuning in, 17-5 your score, and Point Park starting to look a little promising here in the 7th. And that pitch will get away from Britton, and it'll put 2 runners in scoring position. Even if there were to be that run rule after 7 right now, it's not a guarantee. But I think you and I both agree, just based on the action in the bullpen, we're going to play a full 9 today if we can.
We're going to play as much as we can.
And I think that's the right way to do it. The 1-0 fouled back, now 1-1 the count. But once again, I want explanations as to how a plugged-in charging hotspot dies. That was at 100% too. Mueller's 1-1, a good drive into right field. And directly to Baker for out number 1. The runner will tag up. They will cut, and there is no more action. A sacrifice fly there for McCann, and that'll make it 17-6. And looking back at your perfect scoreboard, Cam, it is back. Satisfied?
Yeah.
So now that'll bring up Joseph Hadley, the third baseman. But a really high-scoring affair today. Now a high chopper foul down the left field line. What's your biggest takeaway, though, all the way around, all things considered?
I think just Tri-C's able to score in every inning so far. Even though there's 0 on the scoreboard, that's the inning they scored 10.
And that's impressive. And this offense, they've needed that. They had that tough loss in game number 1 yesterday to BW. Then they come around and win game number 2 handily. So now you focus on today. You're getting the job done here, and now you turn your attention to Lorain County Community College here on Tuesday night for a doubleheader. And that doubleheader is a big point of emphasis for this Tri-C team. Mueller's 1-2. Again, it is a pass ball to drop third strike, and that'll bring in run number 7. So that'll go down as the first strikeout of the day for Mueller, but a very anticlimactic one.
Yeah, as they don't record an out. So still in need of 2 here, and Point Park gets another run.
And that, of course, is the kicker. That run really does hurt Tri-C. It doesn't really feel like it should, but it does. And I think you and I both agree of just how much it does impact that team.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to do some extra work to get out of here. First pitch is high for ball 1. It is Cesar Villagros back in the batter's box for the Pioneers. Already 2 runs coming to pass this inning as that ball breaks in, now 1-1 the count. Was Gilbride taken out too soon?
I think you want to get some other guys in and on the mound. I don't think it's a bad take necessarily.
I would agree.
Especially he's under 40 pitches. You might be able to still at least get him a couple innings of work during the week.
And I think he could pitch game number 2 against Lorain County. 40 pitches, so Sunday, Monday, complete rest. If we're going based on hours off, he'll have a full 72. And then some after that.
Yeah.
So he realistically could even start game 2. The 1-2, well wide, and the back pick is not in time. Do you think, though, he does?
I don't know if he'll start game 2. I definitely expect to see him in game 2. Maybe it's out of the bullpen for a little stint, but
2-2 missing wide, and we are full. After Villagrosa goes 2 lengths in the on-deck circle. And again, we're going to try and take a look at the weather to see what's coming. Throwback not in time. But still a close attempt from Mueller.
saying rain at 12:45.
So around 20 minutes away, but it's been saying that for a while.
That is true.
It only has to be right once. Again, throwback not in time. Of course, Holy Name was supposed to get their start at noon today. That game now 3 o'clock, and it'll be interesting to see if we actually do play that game. Payoff pitch, it'll be there for strike 3 looking, 2 down. Back-to-back punch-outs for Spencer Mueller. Your thoughts on that location?
Yeah, I think it was a good spot. Obviously, the hitter was a little fooled by it and thought he had that ball 4, but umpire might also be wanting to stay as dry as possible.
Can you blame him?
No.
Mueller's first pitch hangs high for ball 1. But one thing is for sure, the rain is coming. The 1-0 there, now 1-1. We've seen a lot of really low and inside pitches called strikes today.
Yeah.
I mean, it does happen. Mueller takes his time. The 1-1 fouled off. Count now 1-2. Next inning for the Tops, it is going to be 3, 4, and 5. So probably Schneider, Britton, and Miller. And that would be if we do actually go to that frame, which I think we do. But who knows? Here's the 1-2 for Mueller. It is well off the plate. But I don't know if you want a guy in the bullpen right now with not thinking of that next one. Yeah. It could just be a quote-unquote bullpen, but I don't think you do that here, especially with the rain coming. A 2-2, a weird one off the bat. Over towards Miller at second. His throw to 1 is in time, and the side is retired. And now we will see what they opt to do here. It could be a run rule. It might not be, but this is the decision. And we're going to keep playing. Here comes the defense for Point Park. To the bottom of the 7th inning we go. 17-7 your score on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It is Andy Schneider stepping in to lead things off for the Tri-C Triceratops in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Cam, I'll let you talk about Andy here.
Yeah, Andy, product of Buckeye High School. Seen him play definitely a couple of times. Played with him back in the day, back travel ball on Premier.
And of course, one of the final big products of the Michael Wolf era over at Buckeye, and now it is Aaron Delata as the head coach of the Bucks, and we got to see that team earlier this year. A really impressive 5-3 win over Alliance. We're hearing reports that Andy could be going yard here. Do we think he does?
He could. He's definitely got the power.
And I think Jack Evil about passed out thinking that he saw the pitch. The count now 1-1. It's always fun to see all these different guys get an opportunity to come in and play. That's the point of a game like this. The 1-1 backs him out for ball 2. It appears Miller is staying in the game, so I think Miller and Jones up the middle are the two kind of appointed guys who are staying in the entire way along with Dreger. So 3 guys pretty much going the full distance, which still could change for one at bat. But the question is, do you have anybody else you want to see come in? Here's the 2-2. Schneider, a good rope into right field and down for a leadoff single. An excellent piece of hitting from Big 3-5.
The other question is, how much longer is the distance?
Exactly. But that's what he brings to the table. Plenty of strong, powerful swings. And now stepping in, that is going to be Bryson Britton. Last time we saw him, an RBI triple. But 17 runs on 18 hits for Tri-C today is quite impressive. And now the sun is trying to come back out?
The calm before the storm. Literally.
Don't tell Bryce. He doesn't understand that for some reason. What? And Britton pushes one over towards short 6. There's 4. And 3 won't happen. It's just a fielder's choice for out number 1. Well, last week I mentioned that with the runs. This is the calm before the storm, before all the runs would come. He's like, I never understood that term. He doesn't like it. I think he's just wrong.
Yeah.
And now here comes Brock Miller. So far today, an RBI single, a lineout, a groundout, and a strikeout. And of course, you could always see him exit the game and see Ignacio come in defensively. Britton is going to go here, swing and miss, and the throw is not in time. He has been lucky both times stealing seconds.
Yeah.
And that was one that looked pretty clear-cut. But maybe the tag was just in front of him. But again, this Tri-C team very aggressive on the bases today. Miller's 0-1, a good drive into left field and down. Britton, they will send him around, and he is going to score. It is the second RBI single of the day for Brock Miller, and that'll make it 18-7 Tri-C. And now that'll bring up Ethan Green. Green so far today 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and again, this is where you go to all the rotation. And it looks like in the on-deck circle, it is not going to be Dreger, that is Adam Rich. Throw back to 1, not in time. And again, still action in the bullpen for Tri-C. But I think you and I are both in agreement that both teams just said, hey, we're going to play the 9, we're going to play NCAA rule that way, which I think that might also be why we're playing the 9, because JUCO you wouldn't, but NCAA you would. And it's not a doubleheader. The 1-1 there for strike 2. But I think you prefer, just given everything today with the storms that are coming, just 1-9, an easy way to kind of get some action in before you head off to next week.
Yeah.
And again, the question is, when is it coming? You can kind of see as we flip to this view just what is rolling in.
Yeah.
But it's been dancing around us for a little bit. Runner goes on the 1-2, and another good drive of the middle. This one falls in center field. Miller, he is going to third, and he is going to get in there. Now going to second is Green, and he is hosed. 2 down. It'll still be a single nonetheless. The base running, though, it has been an issue today for Tri-C.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up Adam Rich, the sophomore, a .143 average on the year, trying to drive in Brock Miller for run number 19. But that was hit number 20 today for the Tops. They have been on fire. First pitch taken for ball 1. In the 8th for Point Park, it is going to be Brazel, then Karwoski, and then McGowan at the top. The 1-0 there for strike 1. But I'm curious, how many different guys have played today?
A lot.
I would say nearly 20 as Rich swings and misses there for strike 2. At this point, it's pretty much a whole new defense. If the inning were to continue, it would turn over to Kevin Baker. The 1-2 taken for a ball in the dirt. Looking at the time, 12:37, over 2.5 hours in. Two's all the way around. And Rich fouls it back. Once again, stick with us, assuming we do have game number 2 today, as Holy Name takes on Shaker Heights at 3. And as well before that, tune in at 2:15 for an exclusive sit-down with Coach Macetta. That was filmed over a month ago, but we've been sitting on it, waiting for it to be released just before our first Holy Name broadcast of the year. So 2:15, game happening or not, that will be premiering. Here's the payoff pitch. Rich, a grounder over to Villegas at short. His throw to one is in time, and the side is retired. But again, Tri-C able to plate one in the bottom of the 7th inning. But interestingly enough, for the second time today, they do not overall win the inning. But still, this is Tri-C's game, and this is their day at the ballpark. When we return, top of the 8th inning, and we have a new catcher behind the plate for Tri-C. It's AJ Trobenter for the Tops.
Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field, top of the 8th inning, and we have seen a lot of offense today. 18-7 your score, Tri-C on top of Point Park, and as well, out-hitting the Pioneers 20-6. Wheeler will remain on the mound, at least for now, as the first pitch he throws is a ball. But on the back end of it, he does have a new battery partner, as it is the state champion with Lake Catholic, AJ Trobenter, doing the catching. The 1-0 fouled away. And of course, we saw him last year, a great hitter for Lake Catholic, a great defensive catcher, all the way around, a great player for the Cougars.
Absolutely.
He and Pat Radigan made one of the deadliest battery duos in the state, and of course, Pat now over at Ashland. Picture you, so to speak.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Mason Wolf now on the mound for Tri-C as the first pitch he throws is a strike to Kowalski. 0-1 the count as you are watching college baseball on SmeeSports. I am Nathan Smee alongside me today, Cam Ragazzo. Wolf's 0-1 there. Now 0-2 the count. Once again, we are just playing 1 9-inning game today. We are not going to be playing an extra game of this series, but we will have another game today at 3 o'clock. Holy Name and Shaker Heights baseball live here from Ron Mottl Field. Wolf's 0-2. It is there for strike 3 looking. 2 down. Nastiness from Mason Wolf.
Yeah, 3 pitches, all of them strikes, and it's the first count of first batter he sees today.
Wasting no time as that'll bring us back to the top of the order with Brady McGow. So far a base knock and a couple of other outs. A lot of contact on the ground today, so the infield has to be ready here. First pitch backs him out for ball 1. In the bottom of the inning for Tri-C, it is going to be 8, 9, and 1 due up. And of course, given all of the different changes, we'll see who 8, 9, and 1 actually are. It's like a mystery game at this point. Who is actually going to walk into the batter's box? Maybe it's you, Cam.
Somebody give me their jersey.
I think Cam's ready to go in and lay down a bunt.
Oh, yeah.
The
Whoa,
1-1. A good drive into left field, and that one is down for a base knock. A nice piece of hitting there for Brady McGow. Now 2 for 5 on the afternoon.
I'm swinging away. What are you talking about?
I saw the tape at Holy Name.
All
And there
right.
was one game against Brexville. I'll give you the Brexville game, but that's about it.
Yeah, and he's pitching at, I don't know, somewhere.
Purdue, I believe.
Nolan Kelly.
Oh,
I forget
Cap.
where he's pitching. Yeah.
I get an 84 ERA last season.
Well, sometimes it doesn't go your way.
First pitch low for ball 1, and I know that because I believe he played for Wisniewski and Premier. Not to burst your bubble there with that one.
Well, I was part of the one that pulled him away.
The 1-0 beautifully in there from Wolf. Now 1-1 the counts. And still some action in the bullpen, so we could see a closer come out for the 9th. And I kind of think that is what we both expect. We've already seen 4 pitchers today. Elbert, Gilbride, Mueller, and now Wolf. So why not one more? The 1-1, swing and a miss. A heavy chase in the dirt. Count now 1-2. And again, it is getting quite bright considering the fact that the rain is almost here. And again, 12:45 has come and passed. Here's the 1-2, a good drive up the middle and through into center field. It's back-to-back base knocks for Point Park. A nice piece of hitting there from Brian Deshawn. And Deshawn, if I have that right, that is the first time he hasn't walked today.
Wow.
4 walks. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And now that'll bring up Brandon Kwan, the second baseman turned catcher. He has reached safely all 4 times today as well. 2 base hits along with a hard 90 and a walk. But now 28 combined hits. 20 for Tri-C, 8 for Point Park. And I think your perfect scoreboard is going to not happen today, Cam, unfortunately.
Probably not.
First pitch hangs high from Wolf. And look behind Cam.
Wow.
That does not look pretty. The 1-0, it is there for strike 1. Count now even. Only reason I check back is to see if we were going to see any Holy Name guys starting to pull up, which we still could. Wouldn't be surprised if they come in the next 15, 20 minutes. And then from there, Shaker Heights. The 1-1 there for strike 2. Also a chance we just kind of waited it out.
Yeah.
And I'm just receiving where we played 16 different position players today for Tri-C. That is impressive. The 1-2, he took it. Well, you have the air right now. Oh,
It's one appearance.
it happens.
Just had bad appearance.
It happens. Count even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wolf back to work, and it is in the dirt. But a nice block from Strobenter. And as well, it looks like a fair amount of photographers here today. I believe a lot of Tri-C photographers. I believe it's Travis Dean's mom does a lot of the nice photos for Tri-C. Replacing Mr. Tyson. Some big shoes to fill there. Payoff pitch, a good swing over towards short. A long throw here for Jones on the one hop. It is picked by Schneider, and the side is retired. Nuzzled it in there perfectly to get out of the 8th. To the bottom of the inning we go. 8-9-1, due up for the Tops.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to all of our advertisers along with Tri-C Athletics for making today's telecast possible. First pitch lobbed in there for strike one. It is Richard Kim now on the mound for Point Park. 18-7 your score. It is all Tri-C here today at Ron Mottl Field, as we are nearing hour number 3 of this 9-inning matchup. And Baker, a good drive deep to center field, still carrying and down for extra bases. Baker cruising to second. He will touch and go to third, cruising towards third, and he is in there with a leadoff standing triple. Wow. What a swing for Kevin Baker.
Yeah, he got a hold of that one and a lot more on it, as that was a huge drive, and now Nolan Ignacio stepping up for the Tops.
And you know, he is thinking about another home run ball. In the words of Jose Ramirez, you know, bro, home run pitch. He definitely does want that home run pitch here. That could have been, as it is there for a strike. But I think for Point Park, just kind of running out of pitching, trying to get somebody in to close out this game while still playing the full 9, which is what you want to see. The 0-1 lobbed in. Oh, that is Diddy Farrell over at first base coaching now instead of Coach K. Interesting. The 1-1 right up the middle, and it's an RBI single for Nolan Ignacio. 3 RBIs on the day for Ignacio, along with a grounder that scored a run, so 4 total.
Wow.
He has been on fire for the Tops, and back to the top of the order we go. Go round number 6 upcoming.
Good chance to look at the new first base coach for the Tops.
I've heard some good things about that coach. You know, great player at Royalton. Great track record here at Tri-C.
Yeah.
So just don't let him try to rob a home run. Runner goes, and Jones gets hit. And that'll send it over to Varash. But it reminds me a lot of what Brady Masiak was doing for Coach Wisniewski this summer in Premier. Of course, played for him for the last couple of years, and now I believe he's back in as an assistant this year for one more run, and then I think he'll take over his own Premier team, from what I've been told. And, of course, you look at that Premier group. Boris, an amazing coach, of course, played for the Rangers, I believe, back in the day. Then you have Gambetta, who had that great group of talent from Northeast Ohio. Grant Relic even coached a team last year, and that was more just to give his son one last go-around. But it's very rare, though, that you see a high school head coach coaching travel ball the way that he did. The 0-1 misses low. But I'm excited for travel baseball, tournament ball. It is coming back very, very soon. And then from there, it is a bunch of 5-game weekend days. It's going to be fun. Exciting stuff, isn't it? It really makes it. You put it into perspective when you're thinking, okay, only 4 games today. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Or only 3. It happens. But I believe that is the joy of just covering as many games as we do. Here's the 2-1, and that time it skips in. Time locally 12:55 p.m. Once again, the Storms, I would say, are in the vicinity, but nothing concrete yet to say that they are here. And in the on-deck circle for Tri-C, it is Andy Schneider. And it's a good swing. Viraj puts this one into left field, and they will send him home. Ignacio scores. It's an RBI single, and that'll make it 20-7. An excellent piece of hitting for Viraj. That'll be his second base knock of the afternoon. So 2 runners on, still nobody out, and that'll bring in the big man Andy Schneider, who singled his last time up. Time now called here by Point Park, and we'll see what they opt to do here. And as well, Cam, you have your update?
It's kind of just rain all around except here.
Impressive. But we're still supposed to get hit here, I believe, very soon.
Yeah.
Oh! That gets very, very green and yellow very quick.
Yes.
Like a thief in the night. So it looks like I think he's going to stay on the mound. And that'll be the case. But again, I would say a productive day for Tri-C, getting so many different guys to play, and then for Point Park just to see where they're at. And of course, playing college baseball, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. This is a game that you take on the chin, and then you go to the next game and see what you can actually do there. First pitch of Schneider is in the dirt for ball 1. And of course, when this one is done, I think, Cam, you and I both know that for me, it's the waiting game to see if we actually do play game number 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be 50-50 if we do. The 1-0 hangs high for ball 2. And I do think that just the length of this game is going to make it interesting to see how quickly does Holy Name get on the field. As this game, it might take until 1:15 to be done. The 2-0 left high for ball 3. And in the on-deck circle for Tri-C, it is going to turn over to A.J. Trobenter. So Trobe will not get the chance to hit. And the bases will be loaded for A.J. Trobenter. You know he loves a home run or 2.
Yeah.
And there it is. Another Fetty Wap walk-up song. Of course, you have Fetty for the strikeout. You have somebody else with Trap Queen, and now My Way. And he hasn't made music in, 10 years?
Yeah.
Impressed. He just kind of came back on the map last year, I think. The 1-0, Trobenter, a strong swing over towards second. That ball gets lost under the second baseman, but the throw to 1 is in time for out number 1. Still, Trobenter does his job and drives in a run, make it 21-7. All I can ask of him to do there, just bring in 1 run.
Yeah.
And that'll keep 2 on here, as that'll bring up number 25. That is Dylan Lord coming in. And he'll be in place of Brock Miller. So would this be another unique position player, so that would be number 17 to play? I think it would be. We'll see if he does go onto the field or not at all. But I would assume he does now at second base.
Yeah.
He could. And Lahr fouls this one off, but again, just impressive to see how many different guys have played today for Tri-C.
Yeah.
So if that is the 17th guy to go out there, just to put that out there, that would match the total roster of Point Park today who brought 17. Just to make that comparison. Here's the 0-2, and it is off the plate for ball one. Next inning for the Pioneers, it is 4, 5, and 6. McCann, Hanley, and Villagros due up. And they will try and get a few more runs on the board before we call it quits today. The 1-2, and Lahr will take it up and in. And as well, final score update today from Minerva. The Lions take down Akron Coventry 8-6 on their youth night. Here's the 2-2. Lahr swing and a miss. 2 down. First punch out of the day for Kim. And now that'll turn things over to Ethan Green. There's potentially a few more score updates in there as well. I believe we were going to see a score update from Marlington. Their softball today lost 10-5 to Hoover. I believe baseball is scheduled to play Green at 10. But no confirmation that that game officially started or even finished. First pitch there to Green is there for strike one. But it's officially 1 o'clock. We are officially in hour number 3 as expected. So pretty much right on the money about what we expected for today's game. Swing and a miss, chasing low. But I think you're at the point where unless it's a clear and obvious ball, it is going to be a strike.
Probably.
And I think both sides can accept that. Here's the 0-2, lobbed in and in the dirt. Kind of 1 ball, 2 strikes. But all the way around, a fun day of baseball at Ron Mottl Field, as you would expect. Green looking to extend the inning here. And a good drive deep to left field. Plenty of carry. And that one is gone. What a shot for Ethan Green. And out of nowhere, the Tops will plate 3 more. Make it 24-7.
Wow.
He completely uncorked that swing. And again, it's Freebird time. Up by 2 touchdowns and a field goal now. Ethan Green, the 3-run bomb. And they are loving it. So now Adam Rich, he will step in and has a very, very tough act to follow.
Yeah.
But a 6th spot in the bottom of the 8th for Tri-C. They just keep getting better and better. And as well, we'll look down at first base just to see who's there. And, there he is, Coach Farrell. One of the newest staff members, if you will say. But hopefully he'll be back soon. And as well, your perfect scoreboard, maybe not out of the realm of possibility here. If Point Park can score 1 more run that does not involve a hit, then you're there. The 1-1, Rich, a drive into left field, and it will be caught, and the side is retired. So for the perfect scoreboard, Cam, your side of it with Tri-C is confirmed. Tri-C will score 24 runs today on 24 hits. 1 hit and run shy of the quarter-century mark. Impressive. It's the Tops dominating today. 3 outs to play with when we return to Ron Mottl.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field, top of the ninth inning. Kyle Figure coming on to try and close this one out for Tri-C, up 24-7 on SmeeSports. Again, Cam, what a day at the office for this Tri-C team.
Yeah, I mean, they have been phenomenal all the way around. We take another look at the scoreboard here. They're putting things to work. Their offense really just rolling today.
And you can just see the wind whipping around that flag. It is very windy here as there is a swing and miss. One up, one down, and Kyle Figure gets his first strikeout of the day. Of course, Kyle Figure, a really good field player last year for Tri-C. Played at second base last night, but more of a PO now for the Tops. 9 2/3 innings worth, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 9 punch-outs on the year, and a 2.79 ERA, and as well as 2-0 on the year. Ground ball over towards third. A nice back pick from Green, and his throw to Schneider is on the money. It's 2 up, 2 down, and the Tops can sound the final countdown. What a nice little snatch from Ethan Green.
Yeah.
What a coupling of innings. Bottom 8, top 9. 3-run homer and a nice little put out from third. And just like that, 2 away, and it'll be Villagros, the last man standing for Point Park. Villagros' first pitch he sees is off the plate for ball 1. So far today, the shortstop, a lot of good plays defensively, did have an RBI double. But of course, after an early lead, it has been all Tri-C since. You go back to it, it was 5-2 entering the bottom of the third inning, then 5-4 entering the bottom of the fourth. And that's when everything changed in this game, and Tri-C just ran away with it. The 2-0 fouled back. So through 3 innings, Tri-C had 4. In the following 5, they scored 20.
That's pretty good.
That's Tops ball for you. That happens all the time. The 2-1, it is just going to miss for ball 3. This game, as expected, is just going to clock in over 3 hours. And Cam, I believe you said the rain basically is surrounding us.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know how it hasn't been raining, but
the 3-1 over towards Green. This could do it. He will throw across the diamond. It is Schneider, and he will make the play to close it out. Tri-C, they added this game at the last minute, but they get the job done and then some. 24-7 your final. What a win today, and 9 innings for the Triceratops as they get the job done today in really convincing fashion. And look at them in the handshake line. They are loving it.
Absolutely. I mean, what's not to love about this? Just a completely dominant win today over the Pioneers, 24-7. The Tops with 24 hits. Still some things you can clean up, though, from this game. We can talk about that when we come back after we take a short break here.
And, of course, that man, number 16, one of the biggest hits of the day, his 2-run homer, a big point of difference in this one. But all the way around, good sportsmanship between these two teams. Both sides had one thing in common this afternoon. They just wanted to go out here and play some ball, and they did that indeed. 24-7 your final. When we return, we will announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Welcome back to Tri-C's Ron Mottl Field 24-7, your final. A big win today for Tri-C, courtesy of a 10-run fourth inning. Once again, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Cam Ragazzo, your player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. We're going to give it to the DH who played the entire game today. I believe the only player to play from start to finish, Nolan Ignacio. 4 RBIs today, including a 2-run bomb. He was a big spark at the bottom of the lineup today and could have just earned himself a lot more playing time down the stretch.
Absolutely. It's a great thing to see Ignacio getting the start today. Obviously, the product from not too far from here in San Ignatius, and great to see him out on the field today, especially with that big 2-run bomb to really spark the Tri-C offense in a game that they completely dominated, not from top to bottom. They kind of had a little bit of an issue, at least to start off. Point Park was giving them some troubles. At one point, I believe it was 5-2. But from then, once Tri-C tied it up, they never looked back, and they never had to.
Heading into the bottom of the fourth inning, it was 5-4 Point Park. From that point forward, 20-2, Tri-C outscores the Pioneers. It was impressive. You had nearly 20 position guys play. You had 5 different guys pitch. The key concern, though, the injuries. A couple of guys did go down today. How concerning is that for the Tops?
I think it's definitely concerning. You know, maybe some of them were just a little precautionary. You might tweak something here and there, and you know, you have the big lead and you're able to get some other guys in, but definitely an issue. Obviously, hope for all of them to have a speedy recovery and try and get back on the field as quickly as possible. But in the same sense, just get ready for the playoffs. Just get ready for the tournament upcoming. Don't rush back too soon. I know everyone wants to get back on the field, and they're saying, oh, when's the earliest time we can possibly get back? But then all of a sudden you rush back and you get even more hurt. Obviously, you don't want that. You want them to come back and stay healthy and be on this team and really contribute to what is hopefully a very long playoff push for these Tops. And obviously, you just hope you can get a couple of them back for that time.
And, of course, we'll be here on Tuesday for the game against Lorain County Community College. But before we toss it back down the field, I asked you during the game, I'm going to ask you again here when it's all said and done. Your biggest takeaway from Tri-C's performance today?
Their offense. Their offense was absolutely rolling. Didn't matter how many guys you sent them to the plate. Probably, if we counted them all up, how many different guys got a hit today. It just was great. Andy Schneider coming in, getting a hit, Nolan hitting a home run. And like you said, not having a top-heavy order and being able to have those quote-unquote lead-off guys right in the middle of your order. So even when you're leading off the next inning, you kind of have like a pseudo 1, 2, 3, even if you're at 6, 7, and 8. So it's just a great thing to see from this Tri-C offense, just being able to have so many capable and qualified hitters come out here and just have themselves today.
But as we toss it back down to the field, an explosive day at the plate for Tri-C's offense, plating 24 runs. And to list it out, Cam, 1, 1, 2, 10, 1, 2, 1, 6. Tri-C, in every inning that they were up to bat, they scored. Tri-C, one of the best offenses in JUCO, period, but especially in the Great Lakes region. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, and SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, along with SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. as well. Go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it really helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. As well, if you want to become a broadcast sponsor with us, our contact information is on your screen as to how you can make that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, the rain as of right now is not here. We will keep you updated as to what is going to happen from here on out. But off to our side, the Holy Name Green Wave, they are here and they are getting ready to go. A big home matchup coming up in about an hour and a half against the Shaker Heights Raiders. Should be a good one. Make sure you stay tuned at 3 p.m. for first pitch. But before that, at 2:15 p.m. as our exclusive sit-down interview with Holy Name head coach Michael Macetta will be premiering. We talk about a bunch of different things, including the ending catcher today for Tri-C and A.J. Trobenter, and how that Lake Catholic game fueled this Holy Name team during the offseason. But for Camera Ragazzo, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Ron Mottl Field, and we will see you again, hopefully in a little bit, for game number 2 of our doubleheader as Holy Name takes on Shaker Heights. But this has been College Baseball on SmeeSports.